What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Road to Evo. Myself, Ringe, along with Tasty Steve. We're going to be looking at a bunch of matches from years past, as well. Of course, we have the Road to Evo premiering at 1 p.m. Eastern, about an hour from now. So until then, we're going to watch some classic matches. But honestly, it's just good to be here with my man, Tasty Steve. How you doing, fam?
I'm chilling, bro. You know how it goes. I just saw you in Japan. We just came back from Evo Japan 2025. And yeah, man, it was a lot of memories made there, right? A lot of cool stuff happened at Evo Japan, but especially considering it was our first time back at Evo Japan personally, in person, in IRL, as the kids say, for quite some time. But you can't forget about Evo 2024 that happened last year. And please remember, it was some crazy historic moments that went down as well. Much like every Evo that happens, it really is like a footprint in time, especially if you play competitive fighting games. And of course, that Road to Evo doc is coming down the timeline as well. And consider this your first of many reminders. June 9th is the cutoff for you guys to get your very own tickets for Evo, and it is going to be amazing. I know a lot of people wait till last second to do that. I also do that as well. So this is coming for a fellow procrastinator. Get your tickets ASAP.
From a place of empathy, right? You're like, I've been there, I get it.
You know, I kind of, psychiatrist, doctorish, pillow, sit on my couch, talk to me. I procrastinate, you procrastinate. You know how it goes.
Oh, man. But to get everything started, we are going to take a quick look at Evo 2024 Day 1. So let's get into it real quick. Yes, indeed. Ooh, as you mentioned, Tasty Steve, this past Evo, one of the many legendary and long line of Evos, right? Well, I think this is the pair of the year, right? At Evo Awards.
Yeah, man, this is a duo of the year right here, man. We both shared the mic with both of these guys, man.
Oh, yeah.
Family when it comes to commentary. You already know how it goes. But yeah, man, Street Fighter 6 running it back was actually kind of crazy. I think one of the things I like to talk about more than anything, and I literally was just talking about this with one of the friends in Evo Japan. At Evo, bro, there is no time for us personally to do anything. We're literally running around so much that I miss a lot of these matches. I miss a lot of the crazy moments outside of the yells. You know what I'm saying? So the homie Spag, Posh, Sajam, you, Yipes, all of us, unless we're working together, we don't get much time. So we kind of reliving these moments just as much as you guys are, man.
100%. That's a great point. You know what I mean? A lot of people have the goal of seeing somebody at Evo, and let me tell you what, if they're working that event, you're probably not going to end up seeing them. That goal is not going to get accomplished, and if you do, you'll see them in passing, and that's always great and everything. But yeah, man, very busy times. We usually meet up at the watering hole after, right? If we get the time to do so. But besides that, it is definitely all gas, no brakes, as our man Fatu would say. But yeah, man, Tekken as well, always showing out at Evo. I always like the way you talk about Tekken at Evo, is because you feel like the game knows the narrative, right? It knows it's Evo.
The game knows. It's seriously some of the matchups, some of the people that you see actually get to cross paths. I mean, especially the Lily Pichu Harada. There's also added to the rafters of memory for Evo, because I think it's really cool that they actually got to play each other. But yeah, man, Tekken always kind of feeds the stakes, right? And we just got Tekken 8. There's a lot of people getting into it now. I mean, even more so. But this is kind of the first showing, right? This is the first time people got to see Tekken 8 play like this, especially on the stage like this. With we had Pakistan in the tennis. We ain't even have just one threat. We had two. We had Atif was there and Arslan Ash was there. But the Harada Lily Pichu match was a build up from Sajam Slam, man, which is actually really sick. One of the first Sajam Slams was a Tekken Sajam Slam, and Lily Pichu was one of the people that participated. And a lot of people got up to really high levels, and I would say intermediate levels when it comes to Tekken, well enough to fight somebody like Harada, who has definitely been a known competitor in multiple Tekken games, man, which is really cool because you don't really get many, game developer people out here willing to enter tournaments, willing to, play in exhibition matches, or take L's like my man Harada uneventually did here, man. I love you, Harada, but damn, bro, we got to get you in the lab, bro. I know you're busy working. I know you got a lot of stuff on your plate. We got to get my man Harada in the lab, man.
Most stuff. But yeah, man, I love the fact that Evo and Sajam Slam had this collaboration, right? Because it just feels like the perfect setting for something like the Sajam Slam to take place in, right? Evo is when so many eyes from the various gaming communities and beyond actually have it and focus. The spotlight is shown on the FGC, right? So being able to do something like this, where not only like a legendary producer developer like Harada is on the stage showing off his game, but then you cross reference that with Lily Pichu, right? A very much a prominent streamer
Right.
in the overall gaming community, not just the FGC, but she's basically one of our own at this point.
Exactly,
Definitely full-fledged FGC as far as I'm concerned.
I think it's really cool because like Sage Jam Slam definitely kind of like got a lot of people, into the FGC. I feel like I'm glad you brought up this other side, which is, mostly influencer side. But I love this crossover because a lot of times, and I keep telling Sage Jam this, I'm like, bro, when I watch streams, I only watch the homies. I don't really watch too many people. I watch you. I watch Sage Jam. I watch a Yipes. I watch Jeremy Vicious whenever he tends to stream sometime. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in there. But he's introduced me to so many people when it comes to like, new streamers, new influencers, that it's really cool to see them kind of like, I'll become fans of them just by way of like, oh man, you had a fighting game event? That's really cool. So like, shout out to a bunch of the people, man. Scara, another one of those people, Saikuno. Like, there's so many cool people that I met, like Emily Wang. Like, there's so many people that I've met. But also, another one of the things, obviously, we coming from Tekken, Street Fighter 6, man, has been one of the games we've been really seeing a lot of. It had the largest brackets for the last 2 years now. And it's actually kind of crazy. What else is crazy? Hold on. Sidebar before we go back. This game right here. Crazy, okay? And this is the first time I saw this game, right? Like, where we actually saw it played. We had a cool exhibition, Super New, Diaphone, Nitro, or like who I like to call Nitro. He was also in there as well. And but what ended up happening was we got to see like our first exhibition. And look, me and you both come from tag games. And so we're all kind of looking forward to this game. New property, Hunter x Hunter. But it was some brand new introductions to like the tag mythos, bro, that literally kind of threw me for a loop because these characters in this game are absolutely crazy.
Yeah, he's so good. Definitely what you can see on the screen right now. Always looking with the Bungie gum stuff has been a menace very early on that we've already seen, right? And yeah, then the fact that they added active switch to like a 3v3 game, like, yeah, I mean, it can get real bonkers real fast.
Yes.
And a bunch of the stuff we've seen from the game early has shown that they are not shying away from the craziness, right? Like, they are looking to make some wild stuff. Like, you're gonna get hit by things you ain't never seen before. So I'm very excited for them Impact as well. We like that type of grime in our fighting games. So
that is absolutely true. If tagging is involved, if I gotta fight 3 people, let me get a little bit of craziness mixed in with my regular tag function. What is this face on the side of this controller? Actually, you know what? That's pretty good. If you look over in the middle and you see somebody looking at your stick, if you see that face, you'd be like, "Oh, damn, I'm overstepping right here. I gotta chill."
I was gonna say you gotta think twice before looking at somebody's stick again when you see that.
He got his granddad on the side of that bad boy looking at you like you just forgot to cut the grass or something like that. Or maybe it's his face. Who knows?
I was gonna say now I think it's his face as well, but
that's
sleep
that's
paralysis.
Definitely a granddad's face. That's a stern granddad face. Nope. They're trying to tell us that it's his face. I won't believe it. I think just him and his granddad look exactly alike. And I feel like that adds a little more lore to it. Back to Street Fighter 6. Dogura!
Yeah.
He knows. We have a rapport. He knows. I said his name. He looks. You know how that goes. But also another thing, like the sick panels that are also, I'm coming back to some capacity. Might not be everybody from, this year, but there was a lot of cool things that actually happened on these panels.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one was kind of like the Kings of Chinatown Fair type joint, right? Where they had Yipes, Justin Wong, Long Island Joe, talking about the origins of Chinatown Fair, where they all came from when it comes to the FGC. Obviously, Marvel 2 is a huge part of that as we watch like the Yipes, Justin comeback. So yeah, it definitely has always been something that I think has been a staple of the community. We wouldn't be who we are today without Chinatown Fair and kind of the personalities that were shaped there and then thus shaped the rest of the fighting game community. So yeah, man, I think it was definitely dope to highlight this. And of course, with Marvel 2 being the retro game this year, it was a real nice like lead in to that, right?
Nah, man, that's a very good point, man. And what I call Chinatown Fair is much like how I consider Super Arcade, man. That's fighting game holy ground, right? Like, I tell people all the time, like, if you know about anything that happens in the community, you should know about what Super Arcade, you know what I'm saying, what Chinatown Fair, what Eight at the Break, all of these big places around the world, actually, the Green Arcades when they were there, those are all considered like holy grounds to me. And of course, obviously one of the ones that's most important to this, the lore and the buildup of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Chinatown Fair, man. So having stuff like this, especially for a lot of people who get to come to these events for the first time, a lot of these guys, they don't, it's the first time coming to events, so they need these little history lessons. Take them to church, you know what I'm saying? Let these guys know exactly where the history starts. Let them know that this is not, what I'm saying, like some brand new thing that has occurred. Let them know where it comes from, especially if you're looking at something like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, played by IFC Yipes and Justin Wong.
How are we supposed to know where we're going if we don't know where we came from, Steve?
Bro, hit him with the bars, Range.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, very important. As you can see, both of them hitting the deck. You don't see that anymore either. That's another thing you ain't never going to see nowadays, right, in the modern games. Both of them on the floor with the big moss sticks, all the control and whatnot. So yeah, man, it's been dope. Just taking a trip down. Day one was definitely very memorable last year. I'm glad we get to relive all those memories real quick.
Nah, man, but thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Day one already under the belt, but also don't forget, man, Evo 2025, Vegas is happening June 9th. Is when you should be getting your tickets. That's the end. You need to get them by then, or else you won't get in. And of course, we already know there's going to be a lot of people out there, and we know a lot of people are going to be in attendance. And there's so many cool things, man. We got the arcade coming back. We got the extended 8-game lineup. Top 8s back in the building. You know what I'm saying? There's so many cool things. And of course, that Betty versus Justin event that will be going down. She just challenged him over at Evo Japan. You guys are going to be seeing it firsthand there. So make sure you actually tune in and get your tickets.
That's another thing that I like that Evo's doing also is using the Evo events to lead into other Evo events, right? Where we got to see the Betty Justin kind of set up. Then we're going to see the exhibition over at Evo Vegas. That's going to be a great one, most def. Yeah, man, Evo August 1st through the 3rd, as Steve said, tickets in June 9th. So make sure you get your tickets before then. But as we roll along, let's take a look at day 2 of Evo 2024, because day 1 already brought back some great memories. Oh, man, you want to talk about great memories. Day 2, Third Strike, one of the greatest Third Strike tournaments, I think, of all time, and Hayao, a big reason for it.
I mean, Mr. Evo Highlight himself, bro. That's what we should be calling him, Hayao, bro. That's Mr. Evo Highlight right there. My man took the picture at the Evo Awards and made another Evo Highlight, bro. It was crazy.
That man, he's on that Shawn Michaels stuff, Mr. WrestleMania, Mr. Evil.
The splat.
Yeah, this was amazing to watch, honestly. Hearing Justin and Vicious on the comms was super dope as well.
Smoked it, bro.
It was just hearing Justin's genuine, how baffled he was at some of the things Hayao was pulling off. It was stuff like this, obviously, right?
Oh my God.
Super cool, but he lost his mind. I think Justin won best call for that's a useless button right there, and then the dodge on that from Hayao, just ridiculous from start to finish. Third Strike was.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, as I've exchanged digital fisticuffs with Jeremy and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and look, he's a menace. Okay, the young has definitely made me feel a little bad about my time playing the game, but I feel like it's not really too many of a better pair you can put on the mic for something like that, man. It was absolutely amazing. You could feel the emotion. Justin, a legend. Like you see right here when it comes to just the game of Third Strike and just being a pillar of the fighting game community, right? And as well as my man has switched over to the commentary grind, so not entering as much, but he's still such a prominent figure when it comes to fighting games and just the community, not even just at Evo, but just worldwide, man. So I'm happy that Justin gets the recognition that he deserves, man, because I've been watching this guy Justin since, before people even knew my name, you know what I'm saying? Before I was Tasty Steve, I was watching Justin. I was watching this guy's results being picked up in tips and tricks magazines that I had to buy from the store, bro. I didn't even know half of those people, but I knew Justin. So it's really good to see my man get the recognition he deserves.
100%, man. Justin, already my GOAT as a player, and then his transition to, as you said, content creator and commentary, I mean, has been some of the best I've ever seen. He's taken the responsibility of being a father figure in the scene, right? Knowing his status, that a lot of people put him on Mount Rushmore, and he's really not shied away from that responsibility, right? He's taken it upon himself to become even more of a leader in the community, however he can. has always been extremely nice, has helped out many people, myself included. Like you said before, you were Tasty Steve. Before I was anybody, he was inviting me to the crib to play Marvel
Same,
3.
both of us. I was riding with you to get over there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why are you doing this, bro? Like, this is like, I'm like a year or two into the scene, but he's just always been super nice. I learned a lot of fighting games by watching him. Like in Street Fighter 4, I was an 09er. When I played Street Fighter 4, I picked Rufus so I could watch Justin Wong and learn what he did, right?
Wow.
So yeah, man, like this dude runs deep. I know you hate Rufus. I know you judging me right now, but it's my birthday, Steve. So
I'm gonna let you have it. Okay? I didn't forget. I was gonna wait to wish you happy birthday, but you know it's always love, bro. You know it's always love. Look, if you're watching this, if you're in the chat, make sure you show some love to my little bro, man. Shout outs to Range, man, for always holding it down, man. I was gonna hit you with the happy birthday text, but when I hit you, your phone was dead, so I ain't know what to do. But even still, yeah, man, like it's another piece to that puzzle, right? Not the only piece, but Daigo, man, who just recently announced he's gonna be returning to fighting game competitive action with, you know, a crazy diet, not even streaming himself playing a game anymore. My man is back in the lab, man. He's in hardware rewire mode to get back up to like his top level, but also another one of the pillars who've actually established one of the greatest moments in fighting game history, man. We already know what that is, but just one of the people that made me understand, and just talking about Daigo, that like this is across multiple games, man. My first introduction to Daigo was not like Street Fighter. It was Guilty Gear. Like I was watching this dude, Taya. I was like, who is, and he's had some of the craziest highlights in just Guilty Gear, Vampire Savior, like ST, CVS2. It ain't too many games my man don't touch. I remember him playing Vanilla Marvel at a point in time. You know what I'm saying? He's just that nice with it. Also on the Mount Rushmore of fighting games, I would have to say Daigo. And of course, this is just, you know, one of the small things, one of the small accolades that he's already accomplished, putting the community on his back, showing love no matter what. And it's a well-deserved, you know?
Yes, indeed. And then, of course, we also had KOF 14, and KOF always shows out at EVO. It's honestly always one of the best games because EVO is a global affair, and KOF is one of the most global games, period. Like, it's got top players from all over the world. I've called EVO top 8 KOFs with 8 different countries representing the top 8 players, right? So it's always been super sick of a game at EVO. Of course, Shao Hai showed up, showed out, as he's one to do, with the full Kwamba get up. You ain't seeing nothing on my stick. He needs to put some imagery on the sides of that, right?
Yeah,
distract
bro.
the opponent a little bit.
Granddad Shao Hai in there, bro. I'm telling you right now, you put his dad's face on there, I'd be shook. I would rather have a face that I don't, that the person don't know, so they're always just like, who the hell is that? Like, just thinking about, if I put my face, I'm like, oh, that's just Steve. If I put my dad's face, though, you're going to be like, who the hell is, why does he, you know? But
what
yeah,
does
man.
This mean to him? What's this mean to me?
What does this mean? Speaking of returning to competitive play, Daigo versus Mono, bro. Mono's birthday actually just recently passed, man. So happy belated to the boy as well. Oh, man, Mono taking out Daigo. Oh, and of course, Angry Bird, man. First year's champ, running it back. I obviously playing against another legend in the game, Momochi. Man, it's some great. Every time I see the highlights, I'm reminded of the matches that we get to see and the matches we don't get to see coming out of EVO. Because obviously there's the stream matches, but like there's so many matches in the pools that a lot of people don't get to see, that a lot of people don't, matches that people don't even know that's happening, that honestly you need to be in person to kind of like experience for yourself. Because everybody's going to see a lot of these matches, right? Everybody's seen these matches. Tokido versus Punk, which is another run back, especially if you've been paying attention to like the lore of just Street Fighter, not just 6, Street Fighter 5. Definitely had a cataclysmic run in where Punk was not able to get the job done. Obviously, coming back to this situation, Street Fighter 6, seeing these guys running back again, especially with the set going down to it, when there's top 24 on the line, bro. Like, these matches are something that you definitely want to see in public.
Yeah, 100%, man. I feel like, you know, you were calling back to that Tokido Punk set from EVO Grand Finals past, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was the video on PlayStation with you, Mena, and Justin, right? Where Mena said that he believes that was the most important modern Street Fighter set in history because Tokido winning that kind of gave all of the old Japanese guard new life, right?
Yes.
They're like, okay, like,
it's like, you know what? We got to, everybody get up. Everybody get up. We're going to the lab. You know what to do now. No, that's facts, though. Like, it really does put I mean, such a game that has really been like just growing exponentially over the past few years, like into light. And of course, Tekken 8, man, another game on the cycle. We talk about the boxes that cover Kokoma known to have multiple sticks, but now my man's got the whole voting booth box while he's sitting here playing Tekken 8. My man's casting ballots, you know what I'm saying?
Not gonna let you have any insight into this. Hiya, of course, back to SPDing people. That's just how I got that. 720 people, excuse me. Let me fix my face
you
on
already
that
know.
one.
Don't make it sound easier than it is. That Dallas play is how y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
But now, of course, you know, it's always funny to me when I watch like Third Strike. I was terrorized by Urien, bro. So for me, I'm just like, I gotta parry everything. I can't let you get up on this. How is he so flexible?
What?
How is he so flexible?
I never saw that one. All of the highlights that I've seen of this dude, I have not seen that one. That was ridiculous.
What the?
I need to know the routine. The DDP yoga, what's he do in the morning to get that flexible?
My man is flexible, though. He's flexible in ways I don't even want to be flexible. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't want to be that damn durable. I don't want to do that.
If I do that, something should tear. I should end up like Jason Tatum.
I heard.
Sorry,
oh, what was that? Oh, I'm stuck. Somebody give me a. But of course, another night in Birth 2. This game is actually sick, man. I feel like a lot of people really need to get this game a shot. I personally, I'm a Seth player because he's very ninja-like. So, and Enkidu was another character that I was messing with for a while. Nerd Josh was always trying to tell me to pick the character up, but I never did. The cosplay competition. Bruh, one of my favorite things ever is just cosplay. But the fact that they've incorporated it into EVO is another thing, even to the point where we have cosplay competitions. And of course, like, I just found out recently that, you have to make your cosplay yourself. They got like a performance side of it as well. Like, there's a lot that goes into this. And I'll be doing my very first cosplay this year. Man, the ABBA looks so sick. Oh my God. I'll be doing my very first cosplay this year, man. It's actually going to be one of the coolest things, man. Went and did it and got caught up in Japan. We went to like some official spots to get the cosplay done. I can't wait to show you guys how it goes down. But if you guys would like to pull up, make sure you enter the cosplay competition, especially if you entered it yourself. And it's just really cool to see everybody come out dressed up as their favorite like characters, whether it be games, comics, whatever, the whole nine. It's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, 100%, man. And yeah, like we got that announcement that you're going to be making some cosplay moves yourself at EVO Japan. That's where we got the announcement, of course, and we're going to see it at EVO Vegas. It's going to be a great one. And, you mentioned you're a Seth player. I'm an Elton player, baby. And, boy, let me tell you, it's been a great year for Elton players in Under Night.
Of course you are, Rams.
Mainly because of this dude, Sonaru, right? Like, Sonaru taking EVO. He also took, I believe, Arc World Tour Finals for Uni as well. Eldom has been showing up and showing out, and just in general, I mean, that character, what I'm saying, active reload, mixes for days, full screen low confirm into a bunch of damage into Oki. Nah, I mean, this character is bonkers.
She just be busting shots, bro. You not dead? Click, clap, reload. I'm like, oh my God.
Like, dude, this character is ridiculous.
She is cool, though. You can't really be mad at it. The game is just cool itself. And on top of that, look, as somebody who's played like a lot of different anime games, I love seeing this game get proper shine, man. Because there's a lot of people out there that play this game, especially at a high level. The game itself, honestly, like, I'm mad at myself because I didn't get it when it was on sale and they had like all the characters where you can get them for like free. So I messed up there, but the game is still available and it's super fun to play. Another game, Mortal Kombat 1. I believe this is the year when we had the twins pulling up, smoking people. And it's crazy because I was just talking about how LATAM has some of the best talent in fighting games, bar none, right? We always talk about regions really coming up. Latin America has really been stepping up when it comes to like showing the talent in all the different games, not just one game that they have across the board. So it's been really cool.
Yeah, 100%, man. We've been seeing them show out with like Zangief Bolato's been showing out in Street Fighter, right? We've been seeing them represent, I believe, one of the Gold Lewis players from Brazil got 4th place in Arc World Tour Finals. And of course, like you mentioned, the twins have just been a complete menace. And even beyond that, right? I think the last Mortal Kombat tour happened in Brazil. And that was like the first time Sonic Fox hadn't made top 8 in an NRS game in like 10, 15 years or something, right? So yeah, it just goes to show you how much a breadth of talent is out there right now. But of course, Guilty Gear Strive also had a tremendous showing. We'll get to day 3, but for my money, it actually had the best top 8 at EVO 2024. Just amazing matches from start to finish, and Bean always going on a run with the Chip Zanaf. I know you like seeing that.
Look, man, I remember Bean entering some ICFCs, bro. Like, I've definitely crossed paths with this guy in a tournament or two, so it's no surprise there. I mean, Strive is just one of those games, man. I was talking about this a little bit at Evo Japan, but I like the duality of Strive, right? It has like crazy movement still, and also like the characters are so poppable, right? Like no matter who you are, like you're not above being exploded in a game like Guilty Gear Strive. So makes for some really exciting moments, man. So I'm happy that game is back as well. Speaking of another being back, Mena RD, the return to form coming off that 2024 Evo Japan victory, 2025, excuse me, Evo Japan victory, but also still was going through like a character crisis here. Aqua, another one of those players, man, that you can't really like be not aware of, especially running the JP here. But man, just it's really cool to see how consistent and how much bigger Street Fighter 6 has gotten, man, and especially with like the new characters, a brand new system, all this new stuff that you got to deal with, you know, like it's really cool to see how well that game is being played. Oh my god.
Oh, it's Smug showing out in the third strike as well. Of course, if you are familiar with Smug, you probably got familiar with him during the Street Fighter 4 era, Street Fighter 5 beginning era. But really, I think ever since his main competitive days, he's been doing a lot of retro stuff, right? He's like, all right, now that I've kind of put the competition to the side a little bit, he's been a retro game monster. I mean, learning almost every old fighting game under the sun. And of course, Third Strike's going to be one of his main ones because Dudley is his boy after all.
You know, it's funny. I told him this, like, he's doing like the fighting game homework. My man is essentially a historian now. Going back and retroactively learning how to play these games, it wasn't even only just Third Strike. He went back and learned how to play like CVS2, like ST, like all of this stuff really does make you a stronger fighting game player. So seeing him do this is actually really cool. I've seen him play, I think it was like CEO last year. He was in the arcade room just playing Third Strike just because he rocks with Third Strike. And I'm watching him play mad people and break so many hearts because he's so good at these games now. It actually made me want to pick, but I was like, man, you know what? I got to get back into 3S. Like that, and I want to start playing Vicious again. But him specifically, I'm like, damn, I need to get back into 3S because, man, even the kids are making it look good. And I've never not been a fan, so why not get my Sean back in the game, get my Remy back in the game, and get my Alex back in the game, man.
I was gonna say it's honestly inspirational. Like, you know, somebody that didn't grow up with these games at all, really. He just went back and played them because we have so many means to do so, honestly. Big ups to all the developers throughout fighting games that are making a lot of the old games accessible in new ways. And of course, right here, the Leffen versus Tatuma set, for my money, also one of the best sets that happened at Evo for Guilty Gear Strive. Ridiculous, down to the wire type beat, and Tatuma, who had a tremendous run, obviously, at this event, showed out, put one of the bodies in the bag and Leffen.
Yo, oh man, Jay Wong Tomninga, is that wrong? He just said spell his name wrong.
I think it's supposed to be Tobinaga, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Cali Power, there it is.
There it is.
Actually, what's crazy is I just had dinner with Tobinaga before I left Japan. Actually,
Ooh.
Cool, swaggy individual. I had to let him know how much of a fan of his dress I am, bro. My man be looking so cool no matter what. I actually look at how well he uses the glasses. He looks like a fighting game character. I legit told him, I was like, bro, why you always dress so cool? He's like, bro, it just be random. I just be grabbing stuff. I was like, I see. I was like, you know what? Put my man up, bro. If I had to nominate somebody, Tobinaga, man, line him up, dog. Put him up there for best dressed in the FGC. If you ask me, if I had any say, you know what I'm saying? But Cali Power, we already know him as Alex Valle, one of the classics, bro. One of the most sought out and understood, uncrowned Street Fighter players in the USA, man. It's just really cool to see him actually still competing. We know he went over to the tournament dad side because he's raising a little one now. But it's always good to see him return. But I feel like Alex Valle is never really out of it. He's never really out of playing like competitive fighting games.
Yeah, it's just how it is. It's, I mean, part of his DNA at this point, right? And yeah, big ups to him for many reasons, becoming a forefather of the community itself, right? Being one of the pioneers for the weeklies and the tournaments and the streaming type era that we're in now. So yeah, I always love seeing Valle show out. And then Nemo versus Mena. Man, I mean, yeah, Mena. I mean, when it comes to Street Fighter brackets and runs, I mean, Evo is just ridiculous, bro. You have to face top 8 quality matches just to get there multiple times. And we see this with Mena obviously having to face Aqua before. Now Nemo here in Losers Top 24. And both of these players, you mentioned at this time, Mena Rice still kind of soul searching a little bit. The Luke normalizations hit. He didn't believe in the Blanca as much. That character got toned down. And you can see right there, Nemo, he believed in the Bison. He was like, oh, you're going to give me a character this strong? Best believe I'm going to take it far.
You know Nemo don't play when it comes to the tiers. He's like, how good is this character? Yeah. I'll take 2. Like, he's literally trying to run it no matter what. I feel like that's really somebody you always have to look at kind of as the forefront of, hey, what do I need to win? But also just, you know, kind of curving it to his own style no matter what. There's always a little Nemo in any character that he plays, you know?
100%. And then Master of Vampires himself, MOV, ended up taking home 3S over Issei. That was, I mean, honestly, as classic of a grand finals as you can get. 2 top-level players, Chun-Li versus Yun. I mean, it was third strike at its core. And MOV, I think a lot of people's fan favorites, we're glad to see him take it home at the end of the day.
Speaking of fan favorites, especially after that EVO Japan 2025 victory, Knee definitely made a crazy run. You see, he made it up here, the Losers Top 24. Trizzy the rapper, a known Yoshimitsu collaborator. This dude actually was going crazy with the Yoshimitsu, but just once again, man, showing Tekken 8 on the stage like this, when everybody was kind of still figuring out like what character they needed to succeed with. I mean, Knee obviously still had the Brian, but Dragunov was the character everybody was running because he was so strong in this version of the game, and it was not easy. Look at that, my man getting life back towards the end, but it was not easy to really wrap your head around how heat was being used in this game because it was so oppressive. It's a little different now, but it was super oppressive, and just seeing how people still navigated it and learned how to play the new system of Tekken 8 was really interesting to see, especially all the way up to crowning a new champion.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of one of the narratives that Knee himself talked about right after this EVO Japan win, about how he was struggling at first, really getting used to the new game, the new iteration, whether it be the system mechanics, how they changed, the new system mechanics, how the traditional parts of Tekken had changed, and how he was adapting to kind of what he needed to do to find success going forward. I think that's just a testament to the type of fighting game player he is, right? For a lot of us that have been playing for over 10 years, for me, I'm sure like over 20 years at this point, right? A lot of us are stuck in our ways, and we can be stubborn about changing, especially when it's an iteration of a game that we've played for a long time. And the fact that he was like, nah, I'm not going to be stubborn about it. I'm going to figure out how to win at this game specifically, and his journey over the course of the last year has been super sick to watch, of course. And now we got Nicholas versus Sonic Fox. Nicholas, of course, one of the twins along with Scorpion Prox, giving Sonic Fox all they can handle at EVO Grand Finals.
Yo, let it rock with the shadow kick. You know how you know you let it rock? Because he let the after poles, like the idle poles, still rock to get it, man. Sonic Fox versus Nicholas. One of the craziest. Bro, I was walking up watching this because I was trying to catch the end of it. The arena was going crazy, bro. It was absolutely bonkers seeing this.
Mortal Kombat 11. I mean, it is a wild game, right? Having the cameo system, and of course, beyond that, the movement. Everybody is so schmoving in that game, right? With the way that, especially that Johnny Cage, which both players represented in that grand finals. I mean, yeah, that character always been one of my favorites, and he was a menace in that version of Mortal Kombat 1. So yeah, I'm definitely glad to see that one, of course. But yeah, man, again, this is all in the build-up to the road to EVO, with EVO happening August 1st through the 3rd this year. Get your tickets by June 9th. There's going to be a bunch of things going down, right? We're going to have Maximilian, dude. You heard what Salvatore Ganacci said at EVO Japan. He said, Mr. Dude, #1. So we're going to be seeing him all 3 days. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the throwback game, bro. That is going to be elite competition. I can't wait to see everybody show out for that. We're going to have the first official City of the Wolves EVO champion crowned, right? We had Chao Hai win the side tournament over at EVO Japan, but you know people are going to be feeling to the brink on that City of the Wolves over at EVO Vegas. New arena and new design for Top 8 as well. And remember, the Sunday arena is also ticketed now. All the Top 8s are coming back. We're going to have the arena ticketed, so there's no nonsense like happened last year. Everything is going to be looking nice and pristine. And of course, the world's largest arcade. You heard Steve talk about it yesterday. If there's anything you've ever wanted to play under the sun, it'll be at EVO Japan, or EVO Vegas, excuse me.
And remember, June 9th is the cutoff, bro. Make sure you guys get your tickets now. I'm telling you, there's so many people that hit me up after the fact. It'd be Saturday, Sunday. They'd be like, yo, Steve, bro, I'm trying to get tickets. Where do I? And I'm like, look, first off, you're talking to the wrong person about this because I ain't even got tickets. One.
Yeah.
And two, half of the time I don't know, but I know now. So make sure you guys get your tickets now, man. But of course, that was only day 2. We have one more day to go through before we get to the Road to Evo world premiere, mind you, with the boy Range and myself holding it down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been an honor, man. I'm waking up early just to share some memories of Evo 2024 with you. You should be happy. Me and Range, these are not typical operating hours for me and him. I can tell you this right now.
Definitely not. Yeah, man. It's just have been a great look past at the 2 days of the first Evo Vegas, I should say first Evo Vegas, but the one in 2024, of course. We're going to be looking forward to day 3 as well here momentarily. We're going to get it started already in here. And yeah, the Grand Blue versus Top 8 is how the arena started on Sunday. Aaron the Mag versus Tomorrow, Japan versus US in winners finals. This was quite the game over at Evo Vegas this year.
Bruh. I mean, every time I come back to this game, like, first off, I played Percival. I always say Bilal, but it's like Belial or something like that. I always say
Belial?
I played both of these characters, and it turns out both of them are pretty stupid, man. Like, but it's cool to see. It's cool to see. You know, I typically don't go for those kind of characters. My characters are always kind of down on the list where people say that they're really good. But it was really cool, man. As well as just seeing this game get as much attention as it does. It comes from like a really big property, one, but two, it's a little different than the games that fighting games that we typically play, especially with the way you have to play it. But like seeing people take it to the next level and how it gradually like goes up higher and higher, it's always really dope to see.
Yeah, definitely. A game has evolved almost more than any other fighting game, honestly, especially at Evo. Like the type of journey that it's been on, and it's kind of a necessary one, right? Because it had an unfortunate timing when it launched with COVID happening and really stopping a lot of its momentum. And I want to get big ups to developers, Cygames, Arxis, everybody behind the game, because this game definitely could have had an unfortunate lifespan, and they really turned it into one of the best games and one of the games that people most look forward to watching. I have friends that like this is the primary game they want to watch at Evo or Arc World Tour Finals or anything like that, right? And I'm glad that they showed my boy Percival love, because I didn't like the way he was on launch, but now
he's good now. He's a lot better now. I know that for a fact. As a Percival player, I was like, oh, my man is actually a lot better now. So it was really cool to see. I like how we getting a lot. The grand finals was actually kind of crazy though. I do love that we have one of my favorite things is having 2 separate country representatives when it comes to the finals. So USA versus Japan, of course, definitely a nail biter situation, because obviously you want US to win, because that's where we dwell. But also, just Japan. Every time we talk about like fighting games, Japan, we already know that's one of like the main places to go to get better, to see the highest level of competition. So it's always really interesting to see the clash of regions go down.
Yeah, 100%. I always like seeing the representation, the type of style that is crafted depending on the region you're from, right? And we got to really see that clash. And when a grand finals is like that, when it's a region versus region, that's usually what you get, right? Like the best of the best at certain styles, and seeing how the styles kind of go up against each other. That's really one of the things that's most beautiful about fighting games. So love seeing it. Aaron immediately just smothering pressure in the corner to take it home. His first Evo title as well. And yeah, man, a lot of success he found in Guilty Gear Strive, but for whatever reason, Glamblue Fantasy Versus clicked with him even more so. It was able to take a full Evo Vegas title, not only for himself, but for the US in the game as well. Very, very impressive.
But yeah, man, and now we go over to Guilty Gear Strive. Red Ditto. You see him doing numbers, man. What did Say Jam say? Jawline of a champion.
That's Red Ditto for you.
Oh, that boy is ridiculous, though. I gotta say, man, I've been a fan of Red Ditto for quite some time, actually. And just seeing him go this far, and like take his Strive play this far to where we're seeing him in so many different tournaments, and he's still innovating the character even now. So man, shout outs to him, bro. It's actually been ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely has been like one of the most optimal I almost called Ram Lethal Red Ditto. One of the most optimal Ram Lethals for a long time, and really him being able to put it all together in tournament now as well. And his composure is honestly second to none. I never see this dude panic. I never see this dude. Do any type of scramble decision. His processing speed is crazy. Like really, really impressive stuff. Obviously made it extremely far this year. Big ups to Jack as well. I believe this was his first offline tournament period.
I was about to
and
say.
he made top 8 Evo. So yeah, everybody was showing out here. Of course, Zondo coming through with the Oscar, one of my favorite characters across any Guilty Gear, honestly. They definitely made sure the character not as wild as he was before, but definitely
Yes,
I love the
please.
way he operates. And Red Ditto, though, put it away on his road to getting a very high placing at this tournament. I mean, top 3 finish.
Zando up there as well, man. I'm glad you said that. I definitely feel like you are an Oscar player. Like,
Yeah,
like
oh, yeah.
that character
Oh, yeah.
scared me away, bro. Like, seriously, I was like, nah, bro, that's too much. I can't. I'm officially checked out. My man's throwing like Rubik's cubes at me. Like he's got like parking meters. The one that it sucks me back in. I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm cool. But yeah, I'm glad you pointed out Jack as well. Nitaro, the boy with the pop off. We already know what it is. But no, man, like I love what Guilty Gear Strive has been doing, man. Like obviously, you know, I'm a Guilty Gear old man and still playing Guilty Gear. Just seeing so many more people go back in and like, you know, show love to this new game. And on top of that, we got a brand new character coming down the pipeline. First time debuted at EVO Japan 2025. So seeing where it's going, seeing where it's coming from, Nitro to Tuma here in the winners final, like it's been great build up. And once again, great representation across the board, man. It's been so cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome, honestly, seeing it. And again, this was another tournament where we got the grand finals. This was also the grand finals in addition to the winners finals, right? Where we got to see 2 different countries represented, Japan versus US again. And Nitro, I mean, just an incredible run, honestly, that he's been on as a fighting game player, because the year before this, he was in grand finals of Dragon Ball FighterZ at EVO, right? Going up against Wawa. So yeah, to be a grand finalist in the modern era in one game, and then the very next year win a different game entirely. I mean, just a testament to how far Nitros has come.
Bruh, and the fact that it's the Jacko as well. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. That's ridiculous. Another cool character. I like the pop off, man. Shout outs to FlyQuest too, man. We got a sick roster of players over in FlyQuest. And they be taking the coolest pictures too on top of that. I gotta say, I don't know who's styling them for these pictures, but they're doing an amazing job. They're doing a ridiculous job.
I'm with you. I think FlyQuest does like everything right. The player roster is sick. The jerseys are sick.
Bruh.
Yeah, like, definitely. They run weeklies. They do everything, right? The merch is cool. Definitely big ups to FlyQuest, one of my favorite sponsors in the FGC. But yeah, man, in addition to that, Nitro, when he did take the W, like the pop-off was one of my favorite pop-offs of all time, right?
Man, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. My man, we're off we out of here. Let's go off.
That New York embracing him. I made sure to talk about how he brought it home from New York. Screw all this USA chants, all this nonsense. He brought it home for Nitro NY, baby.
Yeah.
New York was there. They embraced him in the pit. We saw Posey lift this man up. It was an incredible celebration, an incredible victory. Big ups to Nitro.
Bro, my man was holding up the trophy like he got a new game console on Christmas, bro. His arms were all the way stretched, bro. You saw everything. My man wasn't hiding nothing. Speaking of not hiding anything, 5-time champ Arslan Ash. Sorry if that's a spoiler, but man, having these two go head to head in the finals and just be in the top 8 says so much about what has happened in the world of Tekken, man. By the end of Tekken 7, we had a new overfiend, a new lord of Tekken. It was Pakistan, bro. Like you couldn't say anything about what Pakistan has done for Tekken. They've changed the landscape of Tekken and of fighting games, right? There's so many people from the region that they have been saying for years how strong they were. And I hate to, kind of recycle the old sentiment, but like it is amazing to see Arslan up on this stage, man. I remember when he came to EVO Japan, he was like, yeah, bro, they had to rewire my flight. I had to come over here, I had to take this. I got straight off the plane, came to the venue and continued to play Tekken like nothing happened, bro. And he was still able to get the dub. And like, I just feel like it's such a coming of age thing We all know how much he loves Tekken. He's still out there competing right now. Definitely just one of my favorite players to watch because I feel like he's innovative when it comes to his game style, right? But even more so, somebody like Atif, bro. Like Atif is like probably one, and like they're so like kind of opposites, him and Arslan, when it comes to playing the game. They play so differently, but they're so effective no matter what. And like it got them both to grand finals where they were using new characters, where they were switching it up, and Arslan using the Nina, a character that's historically been like really tough to use, going in and getting the W with it. That says so much about just what kind of player he is and what he's done.
Yeah, and Arslan, he just seems like one of those players that has the Evo buff, right? Like, even if they're struggling throughout the year, maybe they're soul searching a little bit, for whatever reason at Evo, they seem to figure it all out, right? And it's sometimes in ways that you're not expecting, whether it's characters that we didn't see them play up until this point, them implementing a new style or a new strategy that we hadn't seen before. For whatever reason, he's just one of those players, I think, along with Meta, along with a couple others, that just seem to put it all together when the brights are the light, or the lights are the brightest, excuse me.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely glad to see that. Of course, Atif also showing out constantly.
Oh my God, the low parry. I forgot. Oh my God.
Pakistan, man, bursting onto the scene, but Arslan closing out at the very end. But yeah, I don't remember 5-time Evo champion here. Oh my God. And Knee, of course, throwing up the 4 at Evo Japan. You know he threw up the 4. You know that 5 is not too far behind, baby.
What did I say? I said this at Evo Japan 2025. I said Evo Vegas 2025 for Tekken is going to be a movie because Pakistan is pulling up. You know Knee is going to be there. You know Korea is going to be there. It's actually going to be crazy. But another tournament that we know that's going to be crazy, it's been holding it down, Street Fighter 6. And a historic moment, bro. This is actually historic, bro. You talked about like the build-up and how even Mena said like Tokido versus Punk was probably one of the most important modern Street Fighter sets of all time, right? But now you see Punk running it back with a new chip on his shoulder on Street Fighter 6, bringing it back to Evo once again. And my man is going through the campaign trails, I like to say, bro. Like, this was not easy at all, but this dude Punk gave us one of the most electric sets. I was screaming, bro. I was absolute. I had to get me a Punk shirt. I had to after the run. It's right here. I needed it, bro, because I was like, nah, man, the world got to know, man. And I was just happy to see him on that stage playing like that, to be honest.
Yeah, man, we've seen the road he had to go through to get there, right? Obviously, not just in his fighting game career, but also right now in this very tournament where we saw him defeat Tokido first. Then he defeated Momochi to get into this winners finals position. 2 legends of the game, right? Those are 2 people that people have put on their own Mount Rushmore when it comes to fighting game players. So to see that happen, and then see this grand finals or this winners finals and then subsequent grand finals, right, with Punk and Big Bird, where it was just like 2 of the best players at the top of their game going at it. Now, Punk wins this winners finals 3-0, but it was a close 3-0. I know it is a meme and all that. But then in grand finals, we saw Big Bird gather all that intel and really make it a complete nail-biting set.
Bruh, it was absolutely crazy. Also, Ending Walker, another player that's been on everybody's minds ever since that big UFA, right? Like, everybody has been talking about Ending Walker. And once again, going up against another Ed extraordinaire, the creator of the Dream Combo, Momochi. And this absolutely, like, some of the matches, some of the head-to-head fights that we saw in Street Fighter 6 were actually ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
I said Street Fighter 6. That's one of the. I said Street Fighter 6. That's a sick name though. But Street Fighter 6. Y'all know what I was talking about. But yeah, man, the grand finals, bro. The multiple wake up supers, the scramble. Oh my God, bro. This set was absolutely nailed by. I'm watching everybody. I was up with like Rob TV, like all the EU watching this match. And it was one of the most nail-biting scenarios I have ever seen. People was crying, boogers, snot running down their face. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
Nah, yeah, this grand finals was amazing, honestly. One of my favorites of all time. I did like a full analysis video on it because these 2 players and the way they manipulated each other was just, I mean, bar none, some of the greatest fighting game skill I've seen displayed. And yeah, they were both just on their game, right? And I really wanted to highlight as well, the Big Bird Ending Walker was losers finals, and Big Bird took it, you know what I mean? And we saw Ending Walker very emotional at the end of it, taking the L, of course, obviously wanted to go even further than he did. But I just love the fact that you saw Big Bird talking to him after, right? And Big Bird was kind of
Yeah.
counseling him and was like, look, bro, you're like, you barely turned 18. There's going to be so many more tournaments ahead of you, right? Obviously, this one hurts, but there's going to be a lot more. And just reminding him that he's a warrior at heart, right?
Yes.
This ain't going to be the last battle, and the
Yes.
next one ain't going to be your last battle. So
I'm a
best
big
believe
fan of
just get
Ending
used to
Walker,
this
bro.
life.
I'm a big fan of Ending Walker, and I agree. Like every time I see Ending Walker, I just love to know how well he's doing in tournament, and it's because he has like that attitude, bro. Like I said, ever since I saw him hit the walk off, I was like, "Oh, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I am absolutely a fan." He's like, "Hey, bro, that's what it's gonna be, and it's
Yeah.
me, the winner." Walks off. I'm like, "Oh my god!" Just a single tear. Get that guy a backpack and let him go play more games, bro. It's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, man, and closing out Evo was Street Fighter 6. Obviously had the most entrants. I mean, much like Evo Japan this year we just saw, man, had the most interest. Definitely one of the games with like the craziest glow ups when it comes to just entrance and just maintaining that excitement from year to year and from event to event, making it even bigger across the board. And you can see right there, man, like an emotional Punk. The commentators were emotional. Everybody was emotional, bro. First USA Street Fighter dub in a long time, bro.
Yeah, for first singles win since John Choi himself, right? Back in the day. So incredible performance from Punk. It had been a long time coming. It was one of those two where it feels like Punk had won every damn tournament under the sun except for Evo. So everybody was just waiting for him to get one. It would have been wrong if he went through his whole career without getting one. So I think it was just a big relief off his shoulders and off of the shoulders of a lot of his fans in general, right? Like that was the one day. If you want to talk about like discussions, the sports style of like, oh no, this is my go to whatever, this is the best Street Fighter player. That was one of the main arguments against Punk, right? Was that he didn't have an Evo. So him getting to put that to bed in the fashion that he did, couldn't have asked for a better way for it to play out, honestly.
Yeah, man. And now you see him. I think he's over in China now playing in a tournament. So yeah, bro, I'm glad that it actually finally happened, man. And I ain't saying finally like, oh my God. I'm saying finally like, man, I'm just happy to see him get like the just due of being like one of the best out there. My man's been playing 4 years, competitively 4 years. Like you said, he's won everything under the sun. Evo is only rightfully so for him to have under his belt, especially considering, man, this dude is like the father of footsies, you know what I'm saying? In modern Street Fighter, you know what I'm saying?
That is a testament to his skill level that we were like, finally he got an Evo. Like, we don't say that for people, right? We don't expect people to win Evo. Everybody has expected Punk to win at some point because of how good he is. And yeah, one of the best whiff punishers of all time, if not the best. Pretty much him and just a Wong up there. But yeah, man, Punk, always a very strong player, and we were glad to see him take home the title at Evo Japan 2024. But yeah, man, those were the best of 3 days over at Evo Japan 2024. And it was an amazing event. Obviously, Evo Japan was amazing. We're getting locked and loaded for Evo Vegas again. June 9th is the last day to get tickets. It's going down August 1st through the 3rd, but June 9th is the day that you need to get your tickets by. So make sure that is all handled before we actually get to August.
Yeah, man. Look, August 1st to the 3rd is when Evo Vegas 2025 will be going down. You heard the homie Range. June 9th is the last time to get the tickets, but some of the coolest things you're going to see here, man. First off, JB Style is going to be there as a featured artist. Maximilian, like the boy Range said, will be streaming all 3 days. We got the return, the throwback of one of the GOATs, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I can't wait to see how sweaty people get. And on top of that, new arena, new design, the return of top eights. Oh my God, I'm so happy for that. Our first City of the Wolves champion. We're going to have a ticketed arena. Second year for the art museum. I think Mark Man's traveling arcade stick museum is going to be there as well. I mean, you're going to have the Betty versus Justin showcase, the world's largest arcade, man. You got to come and check that out. And it's all happening this year. You can get your very own tickets. Make sure you get them now before it closes. June 9th is the deadline. August 1st through the 3rd are the dates. That's 8-1 through 3 if you guys need to know it numerically, but make sure you guys get in there, man. I'll be there. Ringe is going to be there. All your favorite fighting game personalities will be there, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, most def, man. I can't wait to get it popping over in Las Vegas, Nevada. Evo Vegas is going to be a movie, as some like to say, especially my man Rob TV out there. You already know. Big shout outs to Rob, bro. But yeah, and of course, part of Evo this year is going to be that Road to Evo. Road to Evo has been part of the kind of build up to Evo in years past, where we've seen the likes of Daru Ino win Road to Evo, and then obviously went on to win Evo Japan this year. I believe one of our players in Type Lumina also won the Road to Evo tournament and then went on to win Evo Vegas. Yep. So this system has already proven to give these players, these top level players that normally don't get a chance to travel as much, a chance to show out and become world champions themselves, and they'll obviously change their lives in the process. So yeah, it's been super sick to be a part of this in the past. And of course, this year they're bringing it back with 4 different games, right? Yes. Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive, Mortal Kombat 1, and the newest addition to the lineup, that Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
Yeah, man. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, the newest one added to that PlayStation Road to Evo lineup. Mortal Kombat 1, of course, returning. Guilty Gear Strive, Tekken 8, all returning, but it does not change the fact that you can sign up from your PlayStation. I mean, you don't even have to leave your home. You can play in your underwear if you want to, but not when you come to Evo, especially if you actually make it. And you can sign up from your PlayStation home dashboard. You don't even have to leave to sign up, with big prizes on the line. And on top of that, the thing is, they give you full tournaments. You get the whole show. You get the entire kit. Yep. You get the commentary. You get the ride. You get the games. And you get the fun. Road to Evo, sponsored by PlayStation Tournaments, is coming up. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with games like Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive, Mortal Kombat 1, and the newest Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. And you can see the prize payout right here, man. $300 and hospitality package for Evo 2025, $200 for second, $100 for third, and $50 for fifth and eighth, the remainder of the places. But yeah, man, I'm telling y'all right now, there's a lot of people that you might not have heard of, or even still have heard of, that might not be able to make it to Evo. PlayStation Road to Evo has definitely closed that gap quite a bit with PlayStation tournaments like this, and the fact that it makes it so easy for you to sign up, play, compete, and potentially win and show up to Evo yourself.
Yeah, precisely, man. You get that first place, all expenses paid trip when it comes to the flight, the hotel. You're going to have the ground transportation to and from the airport. Of course, the 3-day pass as well to actually compete at Evo proper. And yeah, man, there's so much to do at Evo besides the competition, as we've talked about, whether it be the Artist Alley, the cosplay contest, the arcade. Yeah, I mean, with it also all being in Vegas as well. So there's so many different things to do. Definitely a trip that everybody's going to be vying for. And we've seen it pay off in the past, that these champions go on to not only win the Road to Evo, but win Evo itself proper. So it's going to be super sick to see who gets represented for those 4 different games.
And especially, you know, with this Road to Evo documentary, you get it. I mean, they literally take stock on this, bro. You got a whole video dedicated to your run, starting from the PlayStation Road to Evo events all the way to Evo. And look, it's been really cool to like see how this is going down. In all honesty, it's been like a long thing to kind of like PlayStations and, you know, tournaments. It's been a long standing kind of thing. And of course, being able to support even more players coming to Evo, getting an opportunity to be on that big stage. Like you said, potentially winning something like Evo, unheard of. I haven't done it. Pretty sure Renge hasn't done it. Not saying you can't. All I'm saying is it ain't easy to do, but I can tell you right now, even from somebody who's been playing games for a very long time, it's not always been easy to get to Evo. I didn't even get to go to my first Evo literally until I moved to the West Coast. So there's a lot of people that's been going to Evo longer than I've been attending Evo. So for me, I understand the honor, the prestige of actually being able to attend Evo, playing an Evo, win an Evo, not. But I understand how big of a thing that is.
Yeah, that's part of what's cool about Evo's kind of expansion, right? Is getting to have like Evo Japan and Evo Nice in France, getting to expose Evo to these parts of the world where you talked about it's extremely expensive and difficult and time consuming to get out to certain places, right? So being able to kind of spread that love, spread that Evo energy across the world globally, and being able to have some of these people that would normally have tougher access, have a bit easier access to get to that energy is super, super awesome. So glad to see that part of the Evo journey being explored as well. But yeah, man, we're only a couple minutes out to the premiere of the new Road to Evo, as well as we build the hype towards Evo Vegas. As we talked about, new arena, top 8s are back. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the retro game. Like the amount of energy and atmosphere in that building alone, just for Marvel 2, is going to be bonkers.
I mean, we saw it at the Evo Awards, right? We saw like how crazy this game can get with some of the veterans, you know what I'm saying? Some of the hallmark names of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 going at it. But one of my favorite things about like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 being the throwback game, or just any throwback game, is just all the people who have been clamoring, playing to get into this game competitively now have a chance to play it at the highest level possible. I'm interested to see if some of our old favorites are going to be joining, you know what I'm saying? Some of the old players getting in there, because there's a lot of players out there that are still out there on the leaderboards. I mean, we see the Wazzler out there still terrorizing people. He didn't even have to go to an arcade or spend money to do it. He did it from the comfort of his own home, thanks to Capcom re-releasing the game. So it's actually pretty amazing that we're going to get this game played at this capacity. Like, I don't think you guys understand, man. I've been to hangouts, hookups, arcades where literally the hypest thing going on is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And it's like the favorite like clash of two of my favorite things, actually like three of my favorite things in the world. Fighting games, video games, comics, and like what else? And Marvel, like what else, bro? Street Fighter's in there, like it's literally one of my favorite things on the planet. I'm telling you right now. I don't think people understand, like, this game is like so much to a lot of people, but when it comes to somebody like me, I love every facet of this game. Like I've been a fan of all these things for so long that it's really cool to see it get played at a competitive level, and I'm so happy that we still see people out there giving this game the proper due, because it's amazing. It's amazing to see played at a higher level.
Yeah, it's one of the things about older fighting games, right, is that they don't get phased out. They don't become obsolete because a new iteration comes in. Like, it's just such a sick, like, unique brand of its own thing, and it remains that forever when it comes to Marvel 2, right? Marvel 2 and Marvel 3 are extremely different. They really don't scratch the same itch much. So it's just cool to see the way fighting games have stood the test of time, whether it be older fighting games or not. And Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I think, is one of the premier titles when it comes to that. We see this game continue to evolve even now, with players becoming better at certain strategies, making certain teams more viable than they have in the past. People like Duck continuing to master the spiral, all kinds of cool things that we're going to see. And at EVO, yeah, man, it's going to be a real clash of the old heads that want to look sharp, right, and want to be like, all right, I'm not going to let no new kid on the block try to take the dub. And a lot of the new kids their executioner is bonkers, right? They hit you once and you don't get to play the game again. That's classic Marvel right there. And there's some of the best at doing that. So, but it's all about getting that first hit in the first place. And I can't wait to see the clash of the generations that we're going to see at EVO Vegas.
I'm glad you said that, man. Like, all of the new kids jumping in, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But I hope you understand how much of that work was already in the textbook. They already filled out the old school books. And it's because these older players, these people who have like innovated, kind of spearheaded how to play this game, the best way to play this game, optimized how you play this game, all started playing it years and years ago, and seeing them kind of retool that, recalibrate it. And then in some instances, the new kids optimize it even more, and like the execution going with it. Like, sometimes you see it for the first time, you know what I'm saying? And that's another beautiful thing about seeing this game played at a level where we get it in a throwback level. And yeah, it's going to be pretty amazing, man. Like we said, man, June 9th, regular registration ends. Get your tickets now, especially if you would like to be there to witness history. It's going to be amazing. The lineup, the cosplay, the arcade gallery, the arcade stick gallery, cosplay competition, everything you can name of, with all the hottest fighting game titles, and a road to EVO thanks to PlayStation. There's so many things, but I think we've reached the moment that we're all here for, the world premiere of the Road to EVO documentary, man. PlayStation did a great job with this. Let's take a look, man. Day one. It's about time. I can't hear anything. Let me see if I can turn this up.
I definitely got smoked by you doing the impression at first. I was like, oh snap, they got Steve to do the voiceover for the video too. I was like, let's go.
If not the most difficult tournament to win in the world.
And as always a great interview. One of the best interviews in the FGC, honestly.
Bruh.
It's the Super Bowl of fighting game tournaments.
Tay, what's good? Tay's been around for quite some time, bro.
Tiger Poppy, he do be just letting it rock. Commentator Ringe was right.
Yep. Taeo is a King player that I actually watch. I'm a big fan of that guy. So seeing him sit here and talk about it, let you know. Rhythm.
I love the shots. Love the shots of the stage.
So many players, man.
Yeah, Road to Evo Asia East champion right there. We get a bunch of our Road to Evo champions in here. Oh, it is Tasty Steve.
It is me.
What do you know?
It was an honor to do this, man. Like I told you, I just like fighting games. Y'all know how I get down. And I was honored that, you know, PlayStation hit me up to be like, hey, man, we would love for you to talk over the Road to Evo World Premiere doc. And it was cool because while I was doing this, I actually got to find out a little bit more about the players and their road and like exactly how it was going to go down. So it was really cool. It's actually weird. The double Steve voice, I don't know. It's really weird.
I'm used to it. You're in the game I play a lot, so yeah, I'm used to the double Steve voice. We were at Rockna Kokoro, I had the double Steve voice, but
oh my god.
But yeah, man, like Super Saiyan Evo 2024, wild, bro. Like so many sick games, so many sick top 8s.
Road to Evo.
Ugh, hit it, Steve. PlayStation Tournaments Road to Evo. That's what I'm talking about.
Right, it is, bro.
Oh, so now we're gonna get to go over the players that like qualified via the Road to Evo. Okay, it's super sick actually.
Mortal Kombat 1-star turns online victories into
Yep.
a life-changing opportunity.
Well, dang it, Javier won the Road to Evo for Mortal Kombat. I didn't even realize. Yeah, that man's a monster.
Yo, right?
Brave too. Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
It was sick, bro.
Yeah, the Road to Evo champs are monsters for sure.
To put his region on the FGC map.
Talk to him, Steve. Tuma, bro.
Known for his
And then he made grand finals. He made grand finals for this year when he got qualified via the Road to Evo.
I've been playing fighting games since I was like 4 years old. I actually got into fighting
Chakotay.
games because my dad was a
You
competitor
already
when
know.
he was younger.
Chakotay, a seasoned Street
Second
Fighter
generation. He
6
straight up calls himself a second generation fighting game player. Oh, you talking about it?
name in the FGC.
We had to do some research. We had to dig in a little bit.
That's so sick.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Dude.
MOK just got like top 8 at Evo Japan for KOF 14, like top 4 I want to say.
The U.S. has been one of the top regions besides Japan and Korea and Pakistan. Being able to kind of restore our former glory is definitely what I'm trying to do here.
Rhythm was one of those players that a lot of people didn't know about, man.
Fights to reclaim the United
Yeah,
States
definitely. I was
legacy
unfamiliar
on the
until
world
this.
stage.
And Rhythm is your PlayStation Tournament Chipotle Challenger Series champion.
Look at the chilies.
God wills, I will be an Evo champion.
I think I could actually win. I honestly believe in myself that I can win.
If I play first,
You have to.
have to, for
You have to believe that you can win. One of the things that my Guilty Gear sensei told me, you have to actually picture yourself winning, no matter what. Like it's always tough, but you got to picture it.
And nobody was expecting it.
So we heard Mena kind of echo that sentiment a little bit after the Evo Japan victory, right? He was like, you know, had a lot of struggles this year, but sometimes you need a little delusion to really find success. And yeah, it all starts with the belief in yourself. Like when you set out to accomplish a goal like this, it doesn't seem realistic, right? But honestly, you have to believe it, starting with you more than anything else.
Yeah, that's facts. It's about you more than anything.
It is. Oh man, it's so clean, bro. All these champs, all these Road to Evo qualifiers, bro. We about to run this back 4 different games again. Oh my goodness.
Colt.
ロードトゥエボというのが日本で、優勝することができまして、大会が KOF 部門であったんですけど、3連覇という形で。
Man, in a game like KOF, I call it the football, not like the American football, but you know, where everybody else football it's the football title of the FGC, man. I feel like they have pieces of it everywhere. The world loves it. I think that's another reason why City of the Wolves is really gonna go off.
Yeah, 100%, man. SNK been a real global company. Definitely has, I think, popularity more so in a couple of other countries compared to America. So that's another, I think, definitely strong analogy with football, soccer type stuff. So yeah, we've seen it. And the skill that gets represented at Evo, man, I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't watched some KOF top 8s at Evo, like this throughout all the games that have been there, they've been some of the best top 8s at Evo, period. Like 13, 14, now 15, like they've produced some of the best fighting game moments in history, straight up.
Yeah, I was really happy that it was included on the road to Evo because once again, like it's one of those games that like I really love KOF, man. I think it's one of those games that does not get enough love. I play a bunch of KOF and just seeing how all these people, like the world gets to see how hard it is and how far you can go in this game and just kind of where it comes from, because this is a large legacy game and it's not many games out there that really stick to the legacy how KOF has over the years. And seeing a lot of people, especially once again, like I was talking about earlier, some of that LATAM like representation, man, it's important for that to be like aware, for people to be aware of it, that it exists in their different regions. And of course KOF, one of those games that does it quite well.
Yeah, most def, man. Definitely love seeing that the KOF always gets shown out over here at Evo. We talked about it, some of the best top 8s, period. And yeah, we just see the different road to Evos. This year, the SNK title kind of gets taken the reins by Fatal Fury, right? So instead of KOF at the road to Evo, we're going to have a Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I'm looking forward to seeing how a lot of these players that we're used to seeing in KOF take their talents to City of the Wolves and beyond, right? We've already seen that it's kind of been touching multiple seeds, multiple people from different games have already jumped in, showing that they're going to be even more than competent. Obviously, we saw Nemo make top 8. I believe Diaphone got 9th over at Evo Japan and City of the Wolves. So yeah, a lot of these players are coming through. Super Noon had a great showing, and of course the likes of like Shao Hai and whatnot, obviously in here. Federich obviously getting 2nd. So yeah, City of the Wolves is going to be super wild to see it evolve.
It's gonna be a lot of killers, bro. It's gonna be a lot of killers, man. I'm glad, like we was talking a little bit about like Evo Japan, because that really kind of like set the stage for what to expect. You had players that was DQing themselves from other tournaments just to make sure that they could focus on one game, it being City of the Wolves. And like the thing is, that game is probably the newest game on the roster, so that means we're still in the point where we're getting brand new like DLC. Obviously, I got to play Andy Bogart for the first time. The coolest version of Andy ever, by the way, I gotta let people know. But just seeing, you know, how well the game has been received, a game like City of the Wolves, especially because it makes you feel like you're really doing something. But even still, PlayStation Tournaments, one of the ways you can get into Evo, as well as, you know, register for these games, play online, man, play on PlayStation, so you can be potentially one of the stories that they talk about here on the road to Evo.
Yeah, man, definitely. It's been super sick to get insight into a lot of these players, right? Some we know, some we don't know, but just the fact that PlayStation Tournaments was the thing that gave them the accessibility to get to Evo in the first place, right? Like, that's one of the big things about this. The more routes we can open up to get people out to these big events, like at Evo, like a Combo Breaker, like these offline majors, like, that's when you get more hooked than you already are, right? That is when you really become kind of entrenched in the community. It's like once you get to that point, you ain't leaving, bro. Fighting games are just too good to let you go anywhere else.
I've seen people talk about their first intro and like coming to Evo and like going to events and like, man, even just Evo Japan, man. I had people that were coming up to me and it was like, bro, I'm from like Denmark, I'm from like Amsterdam, and just telling me about these places that they had. It's like, look, I've never been to Evo USA, I've never been to a Combo Breaker, I've never been to, you know, some of the tournaments, any tournament in the States, and this is my first foray into it. So I'm glad we were talking about how, you know, we got Evo Nice, we got Evo Singapore coming up. Like, it's actually one of these things where you're gonna have people for the first time coming to see this, and they will choose to stay. They're going to be like, oh, I actually want to come to more of these. Are there more in my region? And one of the questions, and I always say this, that I get asked all the time, is like, bro, Steve, I live in this region, ain't nobody playing fighting games over here. I was like, first off, that's not true. If you lift up any rock, you will find people playing fighting games. I promise you. They're like bugs. They're everywhere. Like, you can't get away from them. They will be there. You just got to look a little harder. And sometimes, you know, they fall on your face while you sleep. So there's always going to be a way for you to find it.
Yeah, man, most definitely. Every nook and cranny, there's some type of FGC seed showing out. But yeah, me able to be a part of the community in general and just getting to see the way it's evolved and just getting to see these people have a chance at going out to these tournaments is a big thing to me. And yeah, the fact that the online and offline ecosystem, they're both necessary, right? They both definitely need to feed into each other. That's the thing about it, right? Maybe you don't have something that close to you offline, but luckily for us, a lot of the games nowadays have good online netcode that you can play. So that way you can train yourself up, and then those chances that you do get to go offline, they become even more special, right? Being able to go either to a major or travel out of your way to a local and whatnot. These are how, like, lifetime long relationships are formed, right? Like the longest friendships I have right now are from the FGC. I have like 1 or 2 friends from high school. Beyond that, it's from the fighting game community, right? I feel like a lot of us have that same story.
So it's crazy because Giuna and them was talking. Giuna and Obama was talking about your third space, right? Your third place. It's not work. It's not school. It's not home. It's a place you go to, you know, socialize. You meet people. Learn how to interact for the most part. Fighting game community was that for me too, man. I met a lot of my homies, a lot of people that I consider brothers, yourself included. I met in an arcade. You know what I'm saying? Just on some random hanging out, playing games, and we got to know each other, and lifelong friendships, you know, come from that. You know what I'm saying? Lifelong bonds come from that. So come out to Evo, bro, whether you're playing or you're watching.
Yeah, legitimately, I mean, to give people some insight, like during my era where I felt I was the most depressed, I was not going outside to any fighting game events. I still went to your house, right? I still went to your house
still
to go play
up.
fighting games, right? That was the thing that really kept me level and eventually got me back into the scene. So like, yeah, man, like fighting games truly will be there for you. Like, and I can testify to that, right? And the people that play them will also be there ready to play you and ready to have a good time, even outside the game. So yeah, man, it has definitely been a life-changing journey for myself, or I'm sure you as well, and a lot of the people that get into this, right? It becomes something that is part of the DNA, that becomes a staple of your life. So that's really, I think, where we're at when it comes to fighting games, and people like me and you, where the perspective that we talk from comes from. Like, obviously, it's so sick to see stuff like Say Jam Slam and all these things that are getting new people into the community and stuff like this, like getting them exposed to going to Evo or going to these events. This is how we make them stick around, right? Getting them to feel the actual electricity and atmosphere from everybody gathered for the love of fighting games under one roof. Like, there's no denying how cool that is, man. You get exposed to that, you get bit by that bug,
you're not
going
nowhere. You're not leaving, especially if you like one of the competitors are like, nah, bro, I need to get this feeling again. That's why I tell people all the time, man. I'm like, bro, I'll never stop playing fighting games, bro. Like, I'll never stop competing. Like, it's one of those things, man. I really wish I had more time to enter like the Evos again. Last time I entered an Evo, I had to DQ myself, so I'm really sad about that. But you also still get to see all these stories, and just even still, like, I know most of these people that are in this doc right now, I know a little bit of their history, even outside of going and doing this. Like, I'm a fan of these guys. Like, I'm a fan of these people that play games competitively and spend time doing so, whether it be on PlayStation tournaments or leaving your house to do so. You know what I'm saying? But it's a major part of it. Like, playing these games with people, you're supposed to, man. That's part of the competition, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it definitely is part of the competition. It fuels that, right? It's a conversation between people. It's a way to interact with humans, unlike anything else. That's another thing that's really cool about video games in general, right? Like, there's nothing like it when it comes to that interaction, this style of interaction with another human. Like, you definitely can tell the type of person somebody is a lot of time just from the way they play the video game. So it's really interesting. Like, it's true. It's so true. So it's so cool to see kind of like people's personalities come through in the game, what they consider important. Like, there's really so much to delve into when it comes to fighting games, when it comes to either strategy and looking at it from a competitive aspect or even a psychological aspect. Like we said, like, what does this play style say about you as a person? What does that mean, right? Like, so there's so much insight to glean from just playing fighting games, getting to experience it with other people. And yeah, I mean, when it's like a person sitting next to you and you feel that energy, it's just much more, I don't know, I don't know the word for it because I don't want to say tolerable, but just much more enjoyable than, you know, a faceless robot online where you're like, nah, bro, you don't even know what you're doing. You're just over here rolling your face across the buttons. I don't know how you won that right? You don't really get as much of that assault as you do offline.
Oh man, dude, it's so many stories that comes out of Evo, bro. So many stories. And you see Raif right here, he's fighting one of the best in Low-High from Korea, and it is not an easy thing to, this dude's got multiple characters, he's super good, and my man Raif, he's a character loyalist. He's a Jin character loyalist. He's an actual practitioner of karate. Like, he's one of them. Yeah, like, legitimately, he's like a Tekken player and a Tekken character. Like, he can do both, you know what I'm saying? But this is probably one of his largest challenges right here, fighting somebody like Low-High. Oh my God, the back two. Oh my gosh. It was nail, bro, it was so nail-body.
You can tell, right? There's the intensity of those
Damn,
players.
Rip
Everybody
with
in
the
the crowd.
final round. Oh,
So close. Anything could happen.
So good. One of the best calls in the FGC, honestly. That final round.
He's got heat available.
Uh.
He needed that counter hit very, very badly. Now Ryan's back to the wall. Heat available here.
Brrr.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Anyone's game. Who's going to
Bro, the crowd is on the edge of their seat, bro. Oh my. Really came down to a pixel. Yo, how is he not flinching, bro? Oh my goodness. Finally tagged him at the end. Yo, yeah, that was an incredible set.
yeah.
You're like,
Dog, I remember watching this like, what? Like, what is... No, and you said the right thing. How was he not flinching, bro?
Like, bruh,
Tekken
like-
8 is like the game where, like, do you know how to defend? Oh, we're going to test your nerve. Did you hit the brakes? We're going to test your nerves.
the
Oh,
amount.
who is that, though?
Oh, you know what it is?
The boy Ridge?
Yeah. Tatuma versus freaking Leffen, bro. Incredible set. Honestly, one of my favorite sets of the entire tournament. And obviously highlighting Tatuma here as he was the Road to Evo winner for Guilty Gear Strive in Asia. And man, did he take that championship? Did he take that qualification round trip spot and make the most out of it? Obviously, winning here and going to grand finals. But yeah, both these players showed that. You can see Leffen off to an early lead, right? It looked like the boy was going to go back to top 8 easy. Grand finals, another appearance. It looked like he was packing them up. But Tatuma, the Guilty Gear veteran, came through.
100% facts, man. Leffen known, man, to just be... He's like, yo, I need to know what's working so I can learn how to fight it. And
Look at how close he was to losing the set, Steve. Like, that was the last round he had. No pixel left. Somehow dodged the bullet. Now, this set was incredible, bro.
Crazy.
Veteran after veteran, he turned whispers of
Crazy.
doubt into roars of possibility.
到着したばかりの頃は最終日に残れるとは思って無事抜けれてよかったです。トーナメントの方は
We talked about it, right? The journey does not end there for him either. He goes quite far over here for Guilty Gear Strive at this
こ
tournament.
ともかなりあって実力だけじゃなくて運が相当大事だなって思いました。
It's true,
Not
man.
just skill that matters, bro.
Right? You can only really prepare so much, right? You control what you can control, but
Yep.
not everything is in your control. So you have to leave some up to chance and luck and whatnot. And that becomes part of the bracket. Maybe it's your path. Maybe it's a scramble that goes your favor. But yeah, man, a lot goes into the person that takes home the dub, taking home the dub. And obviously they have to put tremendous amounts of work in. But even with that, that doesn't tell the whole story. So I love the fact that Tatuma even highlighted there, like, I can prepare as much as I want, but luck still has its way.
複に残れて
That's facts. It's a little bit of both, right?
Yeah,
It's a little,
for sure.
You never, like, I'm glad you said this. You never have full control, but
You
like
don't.
preparation takes care of all of that, right? Like all you need is an instance in fighting games, and if you know what to do, chances are you can get the W. You know what I'm saying? That's really how it works out. I mean, speaking of knowing what to do, Sonic Fox, one of those people who's definitely always known what to do when it comes to high pressure situation. MK1, one of these games that I feel like even more so has made some crazy moments and has brought to light some of the best players from some of the best regions out there, and it continues to do so, man. Especially when I saw this part of the doc, man, I was like, bro, first off, MK1, this game is so cool, bro. Like, I don't know what other way to say it. It's a new spin on an old formula with the tag system. First time they've kind of done anything like this, and I think it meshed together so well, especially when it comes to like how they recreated the characters and the story and everything, and then the tournament side of it where you still have all these legacy MK1 players and Mortal Kombat players coming in with like all the new players as well.
Yeah, man, like getting to see the new school of everything. I mean, the twins especially at the forefront of that, right? Like out of Chile, just have been amazing since bursting onto the NRS scene. Mortal Kombat 1, no different. And yeah, it's really sick to see all of these Road to Evo champions going up against like some of the best, right? They went so far that they fought against either former Evo champions, favorites to win this Evo champion, like Scorpion Prox, obviously one of the favorites going into this one. Leffen, former Evo champion, one of the favorites going into that one, seeing the Tuma take that victory. MK Javier being able to defeat Scorpion Prox, bro. Like, going into this event, I'm like, ain't nobody touching the twins except for maybe Sonic Fox, Ninja Killer if he's feeling spicy that day, right? Besides that, who's actually gonna mess with these two dudes, right? And it was the road to Evo champion, MK Javier, taking down one of the twins in the process, being embraced by one of the commentary twins right there. Shouts Ketchup and Mustard as always.
Shout outs to Ketchup and Mustard, two of my favorite condiments, bro.
Yes, always holding it down.
Also, that Scorpion shirt he was wearing was absolutely ridiculous. It had the throwback comic art. I know from the instruction manual too. It was so cool.
Like, where did you get that, bro? Like, how are you still finding something like that? You took that out of Tyrese Halliburton's closet? Like, it was one of those. Man had the vintage T-shirts on deck. And of course, our Street Fighter Road to Evo champion, El Chicote, showing up, showing out as well for him. Always, honestly, one of the most wholesome individuals in the fighting game community. Great energy no matter where he's at. Always feel fortunate to be around this dude when I get to be. And then because of that, it's a real scumbag in game, right? Likes command grabbing you, likes playing Lily, likes annoying the hell out of you. One of those that's definitely you're not gonna be happy about coming across him in your path, but of course that's just a testament to how strong of a fighting game player he is.
No, big facts, man. Like you said, man, we talked about it already. Second generation Street Fighter player, but also just I love the fact that he plays the character Lily because I feel like you don't get enough representation anyway.
They definitely don't. Yeah.
So it's really cool to see him taking characters like this. You know me, man. I'm all about playing characters that I think are cool. I don't care about no tier list. I don't care about who won with him. I just care about playing the characters that I like. I love the fact that he's playing this character, but obviously Problem X is in the way. Oh nah, bro.
Oh man. Oh, you guys were on the call for this match too? Oh my goodness.
It was crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, you guys talked about it, right? One of the only Lily players of this caliber in the world in El Chicote, right? But Problem X, obviously, Bison, still very new at this time as well, had the legacy on that. I wouldn't even say legacy skill on the Bison because Bison's pretty different in this game, but he had the legacy aura, right?
Yep.
Like, this is Problem X Bison now. Now he's fully unlocked for the game. Like, unlike before, where I think a lot of people were like, he's being held back a little bit. This is when you're like, you feel the full breadth of the Problem X.
Yeah, watching Problem X kind of like learn new games and seeing his understanding is actually really interesting, especially until he gets characters that he like really kind of meshes with. Like we saw it back in like 5 with like Abigail. He was one of the main people that would use that character. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of those players. So seeing him get his character back, I mean, seeing him take out Chicote, not as easy, to watch knowing where he comes from, but it is one of those things. Problem X is an Evo champion himself, bro, so that's always going to be something that's not going to be an easy feat to go over.
I like the editing drama on this as well.
They killed it, bro. Shout out to PlayStation, bro. The guys did a great job. When I was watching this as I was done, I was like, hold on, bro. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Nah, this is super sick. I like that a lot. It was like Chicote loses one more match, he is eliminated from Evo.
Oh, dude. Man, the build-up in this thing is crazy. And I love how they shift from game to game. You're like, damn, but what happened with the rest? And it's like, now the Mortal Kombat 1. You're like,
a raw, untamed glory. This is the Evo Arena, a battleground built for greatness.
Talk to him, Steve. I don't know who this guy is, but he's good.
He's narrating the hell out of this video.
He's narrating the hell out of it.
6 best Mortal Kombat 1 players remain.
Nah, big facts though. Definitely loving it. And yeah, Javier being able to make it the top 6, bro. That's so sick.
Let's give it up nice and loud for the legend, Sonic Boom!
6 times though. You need 2 hands to count that. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
You need 2 hands for that.
There's a little bit of history between these two, and it's not based on offline play. Sonic Fox and Javier fought in an online invitational.
Yo, shout outs to Ketchup and Mustard. Yo, damn it, bro, they be knowing.
Just a bit of discussion in the community.
Like, yeah, that's the reason I ain't talking right now. I'm locked out. I want to hear the story.
I don't want to get too far into it, but the point is, the two of them wanted to settle it offline.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
oh yeah.
Simply say that we're settling things offline here.
I don't think you could ask for a better stage to settle a score.
I like that. You can't say there's a better place to settle it offline than right here at Evo, baby.
Oh, that's bars. Ketchup and Mustard, bro. 2 of the absolute best.
Yeah.
I actually think it's not fair, bro, because they're like, it's like they're in the same, it's like Pacific Rim, bro. They're in the same neck, bro. Like, it's not fair.
100%. Oh, big ups to the Mortal Kombat talent out there. Tento, Ultra David, Mr. Aquaman, everybody holding
Yes.
it down.
Yes.
For
holding
Mortal
it
Kombat.
down.
I always enjoy watching the game and listening to y'all. Right here, Sonic Fox, bro. Hey, Javier struck first blood, though, man. Getting that dub on the board. This dude is so real.
There might have been a cameo change, and he has done it. Javier has gone in with Jax. Yes. Is this going to give us a different style? They are on match point now.
Bro, the shots too of Evo. Oh,
Bro, right?
I love the shots where they're like walking down the crowd, the screen in the back. Feel the this right here. Oh,
Yes.
Pressure in the corner.
I can't.
Oh, I forgot he did the. I forgot.
Oh, that's OD. I forgot about that, bro. Oh my God.
Sonic, they are a fool, bro. Oh my gosh.
Pretty confident against him. I just think Scorpion is a little weaker, like the character, so he has really outplayed.
Yo, shout outs to F Word.
He's trying against me.
Yeah, big shout outs to F Word.
I always want
Was fine. I thought it was so cool last year because he found me on the floor and he was like, "Who's winning Evo?" And I was like, "Big Bird." And then Big Bird, I was like, "He's gonna do it!" And then he got second. I was like, "Damn, they're not gonna use the clip anymore."
Right?
I was like, "But if he won, they would definitely use the clip." Javier placing 5th out of 642 people. Sonic, of course, went on to win their 7th championship. But man, incredible run for Javier for sure.
Bro, look at how many people had their way because of PlayStation tournaments, bro.
That's
and
awesome.
it's only 2 people left.
Yeah. It's awesome just that many people get a chance to be exposed to Evo in the first place via the PlayStation tournaments. But yeah, man, now we still got representatives in Tekken top 6 and Guilty Gear Strive top 6, right? I mean, that's just a testament to the PlayStation tournaments really being super important and significant. Like, had 3 players in the top 6. We've had Evo champions in the past come out of the road to Evo. So yeah, man, it's wild to see.
Riding high on a flawless 10-0 streak to the finals, Raif seemed unstoppable, certain that no one could stop him from becoming the 2024 Evo champion. That is, until he found out who his first opponent would be.
The one and only Arslan Ash.
Oof. Oof.
You know?
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
I hope it will be a close match.
4-time Evo champion in like 4 years or less, by the way. Like, one of the crazy parts. Like, it feels like maybe it's a bit more than that, but he's racked up those Evo titles extremely quickly.
Some mistakes, so I just need to stay calm.
Coming up next is Raif.
Man, I legit, the first time I announced his name, I called him Reef. They never let me live it down. But now he lets me call him Reef. He's like, only you can call me Reef, Steve. I was like, God, come on.
But here we go.
Like, that's not a privilege I want. Like, just tell me how to say it right.
Raif got the sidestep. That Raif has the sidestep right. He's trying to avoid it. Has pressure now with Arslan back up against wall. Nice throw break.
Arslan Ash can take it, bending, no
Bro, the people literally holding each other in the audience, bro. Like, the intensity at Evo top 8s is bonkers, bro. And I can say top 8s because the top 8s is back.
There you go. And remember, this is Saudi Arabia versus Pakistan right here, bro. It's tits.
He's a little finishing some strings, gets the stagger. This time he's a lot closer. What a block right there by Arslan Ash.
Needs to win this round.
Give Arslan any chance to pop off, bro. It's so scary. Oh, my.
6 rounds straight.
Wow. Arslan Ash.
I'm a bit sad. I'm not satisfied. I feel I didn't play well. I had so much better. Playing in the big stage is so much tension you have on.
Yep.
People watching
That's
you,
real.
the crowd.
Yep.
It gives you more tension.
Them headphones don't block out the crowd, bro.
Four-time Evo champ. I hope he will win this because he will be 5th-time Evo champ. And I would say I lost from an Evo champion. I'll be bigger, I'm stronger, I'll train more, do my best to be here again in this big stage, and I'll do more and more.
It's always you always feel a little less salty if you go on to or if you lose to who goes on to win the championship, right?
That's
so
true.
it's like, yeah, at least you know, at least he beat everybody.
It could have been me.
Yeah. If I just got past him, I would have been the champ. But yeah, of course, now our last representative here, Tatuma, getting top 6 over here. And I mean,
damn, that was crazy. You hit the Tatuma in real life, and then you said Tatuma, and that was crazy.
I forgot he went up against Gooey Chewy Snickers, bro. the top 6 matches. Showing out with the Anji too. That was a sick Anji representation. But the Tuma really just repped Guilty Gear to his core, right? Soul bad guy in the building. He was extremely strong in terms of like patient fundamentals and then bursting out of nowhere. That's like hit and run is like one of the like bases of Guilty Gear gameplay, right? And Tuma did that so well throughout all of top 6. Damn,
Yo,
I was spitting. I was kind of right there, right?
Man, you were cooking, bro.
But I hit that, I was like, damn, that kind of sounded
My man is
unfair. Nah, bro, this top 8, I mean, like the electricity, the atmosphere, you heard Ryan talk about it,
Ridge,
right?
be quiet. I'm trying to listen to Ridge. Damn, bro. Can I enjoy this?
Oh, my man Proxy as well, big shout out to Proxy holding it down with me on the
Shout
top
out
6.
to Proxy. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Proxy, man. Definitely one of my favorite newer commentators that I found out about. I will always pump him up. Definitely one of my favorites. It was a pleasure to work with him when I did. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. Like Proxy always holding it down. Man, Tatuba versus Nitro, they gave us such sick games in this Guilty Gear Strive, bro.
Oh. Through the wall. Oh man, this is so cool.
That really is like you just feel the power of this, the hits from Soul, man. Like that, the weight that this character brings to the table is ridiculous. And like, yeah, both of these players just being able to play at this level on a stage like that, as you hear Rife talk about, like it's not easy, man. And wow, like Tatuba obviously being in like foreign country, Nitro having New York at his back, both of them having different pressure in different ways. What ways to just come out and play to their highest capabilities.
勝ってたんですけど、かなり緊張してました。かなり頭が真っ白になってしまって、何も考えることができませんでした。メインステージで観客の人たちを見て、かなりすごい人数の前でゲームをやるっていうのは本当にないので、ものすごい緊張でしたし、普段では味わわないような緊張を味わいました。
It's so real, bro. It is so real being on not only that tournament offline stage, but that Evo stage. It's another level of difference.
That's facts. Fighting game world.
Exactly what Steve just said.
Tatuma, a rising star making his Evo debut, thrust onto this massive stage with electrifying momentum. In the other, Nitro, a seasoned titan battling his way through the losers bracket, returns to the top 6 for the 3rd straight time, bringing unmatched experience to this epic showdown. There's only one thing left to do, and that's make some noise!
You're damn right, Steve. You're damn right. That was all that was left to do for this grand finals, bro.
Let's get it. Close slash ends up finding its mark there. First round in the books. That was a rare overextension on movement from Tuma. Nitro has the answers right now, doing a great job of stopping a lot of these attempts that approach the I say that Tuma blows up with a counter hit. That was such an important round for Tuma to get right. He needed to step the bleeding, stop the momentum.
Bro, the tension is crazy. Get dunked.
Man, both of these failures were feeling it in this grand finals, bro. Oh my goodness, Nitro though. Yeah, I forgot. Did he really reset 3-0? The dust after, bro. Oh my goodness.
With Nitro's win, he's reset the board. This final match will determine who is crowned EVO's 2024 champion.
It's time for the reset.
I gotta go back and watch this whole set again.
Right,
This set was so
that's
good.
what's happening right now.
Tuma though, stuffing that off.
Oh.
Was that an air throw on the backdash?
Yes, it was.
He's getting comfortable right now.
That was crazy. I was like, what do you mean?
Gonna do some raiding of his own, raise the health bar, that's fine now.
What do you
What do you mean, bro?
Face out the burst. Nitro ties up the set. Nitro beginning to build.
Bro, I'm nervous watching this, even though I know.
For real. I'm locked in all over again.
Not gonna use it yet. He tries the Elysium driver. Tuma's ready. Oh, but he PRC'd into the throw. Goldberg is Stowen. He jumps away. Minion doesn't get the hit.
Oh, how did that Night Raid not hit, bro? Oh my god.
Eagle was coming. Oh my goodness. Nitro takes a 2-1 lead in grand final.
Jesus, dude.
I was losing my mind in this time, this grand finals.
A whole lot of rounds lost because of that. But man, the 2S coverage after the backdash of the Fafnir. This man knew the answer and ties up the set in an instant. And just like that, it comes down to this. It couldn't be better. The stories write themselves. Evo's Guilty Gear Strive comes down to one final game. Close to the wall, Elysium Driver potentially, depending on the touch here, finds the throw. Throw. If this doesn't go your way, this could be devastating here.
But even that round, right? Like, he had him in the corner at a pixel, he still escaped. Like, it was like, oh my god, had to earn everything.
Yeah.
6S finds its mark though. Tatuma finding a lot of success at these mid-range situations. Takes the kill.
Final round, brother.
The final situation. Final round.
Shout out to Rip.
Trying to be the aggressor here. Nice anti-air. Such a clean backdash back here going. We got the trade afterwards. What a block with the counter in there. He wants the corner back. We scrambling. There's a dash. I'm not sure. He blocked it hard immediately.
That was cheap.
The kill, but that's okay. Still, they up for the situation. Takes the kill. That's going to be Nitro. He's going to be a champion for Guilty Gear Strive.
They're one of the best pop-offs of all time, straight up. Heartbreaker for Tatuma, obviously. Road to Evo, getting second place, making it to grand finals. More than capable of winning the entire tournament himself. Again, that's why the Road to Evos by PlayStation tournaments are as important as they are, bruh. Oh, man.
That's why these events are so cool, bro. This is why these events are so cool, man. You get to see raw emotion. Like, it's people, like, dealing with, like, defeat. You see people overcome adversity on the stage, make it through pools. Like, there's a lot of people who might not be familiar with this, man. That's why I always think it's funny when people are like, oh man, this dude cried because he lost at a game and this is that and other. I was like, bro, y'all ain't got nothing. You have nothing that weighs this much on you, then you will never understand it. Like, you don't know about the time these people put in the lab. These people travel hundreds, thousands of miles throughout the year to try to qualify. Just to get there and sometimes go home in pools, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I'll never like fault anybody for showing emotion at a fighting game tournament, even if like you had everything taken care of. Let's say you're a sponsored player, your flights taken care of, your hotel's taken care of, you're not putting much money into it yourself. You still putting your blood, sweat, and tears to get to that point in the first place. You don't get to the point where you're crying over a loss without massive investment going into it beforehand, right? So definitely will never fault anybody for showing out and showing emotion at these events, man. But yeah, it's so sick to see all these players come out for the Road to Evo. If you enter the Road to Evo this year, again, 4 different games. It's Mortal Kombat 1, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive, and Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Not only will you might qualify for Evo itself, but you might end up in this video with Tasty Steve talking about you. That's all I'm saying. And some epic Tasty Steve narration. I think everybody's life could use that.
That's love. You already know what it is, man. And you're 100% right, man. Shout outs to PlayStation tournaments, man. Because, like, look, I've been playing fighting games on PlayStation for years, man. So the collaboration of these guys sponsoring something that I was going to be doing in my free time, regardless, tells you a lot about just, you know, how much I care, how much PlayStation is putting in, and just the opportunity you get by even participating in stuff like this. So make sure you guys sign up on PlayStation, man. Like, I know some people in here probably watching it like, bro, I don't even know what this is. Like, look, you don't have to know what it is, but you can still come to the event. You can still come to Evo and watch with the people who care that much, you know what I'm saying? And maybe then you'll get an inkling, like an inch of the feeling of what it is to be out here fighting with more than just, you know, money on the line, or more than just I'm trying to be that on the line. It's pride, man. You know what I'm saying? Being the better, knowing that like you've invested time into something, and this is like a visible representation result of something that you did. And not everybody's gonna get to experience that, especially not at the level of winning an Evo. So you should be so lucky, man, to even see that they are like talking to people like this, because Raif is one of the best players in the world. Bean, I've been watching, I've played this dude in tournaments myself, you know what I'm saying? I played KOF. I know exactly how hard that game is. I played MK1. I know exactly how stacked the competition competition is because it's rich with so many people. And City of the Wolves is going to be another one. Marvel vs. Capcom is a game that I put money in the arcade. You know what I'm saying? So all of these games mean a lot to me, even if I'm not entering, you know?
Yeah, and we're getting Road to Evo matches are live right now, everybody, as well. So you can fire up the PlayStation, go in game, find the PlayStation tournaments again for Mortal Kombat 1, Tekken 8, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, and of course Guilty Gear Strive. All of those are already open to sign up for and start your qualification journey to hopefully get to Evo Vegas itself, man. Oh, gonna be a great one for sure. Ugh, bro. And you know, I'm so glad you brought up like PlayStation being part of our lives for so long, right? Like one of my first core memories is seeing a PlayStation, you know what I mean? Is that X square circle triangle. Like legitimately it's been with me my entire life. So getting to be on the PlayStation YouTube channel when I have, getting to stream on the PlayStation Twitch channel when I have, it's really something that I could have never imagined. And again, it's all because of fighting games. So that's why we are here talking about it any chance we get.
Yeah, man, that's exactly how it goes, man. I will always talk about fighting games, whether I'm on a camera or not on the camera. You know what I'm saying? I will always pump up what fighting games have done for me and just to continue like support and the expansion of them. But of course, a way to expand your knowledge of fighting games, make sure you sign up for EVO 2025. Get your tickets right now. June 9th is the lineup registration deadline. If you would like to get in, you would like to watch EVO, you would like to participate in EVO with all the amazing people out there, August 1st through the 3rd, Las Vegas, Nevada is where it's happening. You can register at evo.gg, but of course, make sure you get your tickets before you do anything else because you want to be in the building when it goes down and see it happen with your very own eyes. You might not even be playing in a PlayStation tournament, but you could probably show up in somebody's highlight video if you are there in attendance, man. The largest arcade out there for EVO. We have cosplay events, Artist Alley. You can hang out with Maximilian Dude, see all your favorites, your favorite influencers and players. Like so many cool things coming down the pipeline. Top 8's return. We got a new design on the arena. Second year for the art museum. I think Markman's arcade stick museum is going to be there as well. So many cool things, and you can do this with your own self, with other people who are from the community. June 9th is the deadline. Sign up now, and maybe I will see you guys at EVO.
Yeah, man, I sure hope so, brother. I'm looking forward to that cosplay as well. Don't think we forgot, Tasty Steve. Don't think we forgot, brother.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I'm literally like gonna make sure that the diet don't waver. Because I gotta make sure I'm in pristine shape by the time this cosplay is shown and debuted. I really wanted to have it a little earlier because I wanted to go, show it off a couple other places, give it a test drive. But I guess the test drive will be EVO Vegas 2025. So yeah, man, I'm definitely really excited about it.
Yeah, boy, I'm excited about it as well, of course. So that was the Road to EVO video, building it up, of course. But we're not going anywhere just yet, right? We're still chilling out here on the world premiere for the Road to EVO. And we're going to watch some more matches from EVO's past. So let's get into it now. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it is going to be the start of the top 6 run for Tatuma, going up against Ooey Gooey Chewy Snickers over on the Hanji.
Okay. Yeah, this is actually crazy, bro. We get to see the match now.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I wanted to see Tatuma's run in top 6 was so sick. Ooey Gooey Chewy Snickers, another one, right, that I think flew under the radar for a lot of people. Obviously had a strong Anji for a minute, but I don't think a lot of people had this fella making it into top 6, but showed out, right? EVO, I mean, when you have your best day at EVO, that is the time to do it, right? And that's really what we saw from Ooey Gooey Chewy Snicker. Just very solid Anji play, rotating through the options constantly, making the opponent never feel comfortable or safe. But Tatuma, he just one that weathers the storm, and when Soul hits you, makes you pay dearly.
Yeah, man, Soul's one of those characters. I mean, he always has been for, just Strive, kind of like the staple for, he was one of the mashing Estes, the stand slash, bro. He was one of those characters. But also the game really rounded out. I mean, even for a character like Anji, who got a lot of changes to like his kit to like make him a little bit more effective. So seeing your boy right here, Ooey Gooey, what's the name? Oh, sorry, Ooey Gooey Chewy Snicker.
Yeah.
Right. The fact that you hit it like off the top of the head the first time, that was crazy to me. I don't know how you did that. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's got the crazy name.
I just let you know how much that like imprinted in my mind when I saw it. I was like, oh man, this is what I gotta say throughout the whole top 6. But Tatuma, doing his thing. And yeah, Anji is a great point that you brought up. It's been a character that's changed a lot, right? Has definitely gotten more stabilized over the course of Guilty Gear Strive. A lot of it's to do with that fish, right? Giving him an option at his spin to kind of just shut down stuff immediately rather than play some type of guessing game. It's really helped his consistency a lot. But the Tuma, bro, this dude smothering ruthless aggression style pressure. You see, if you burst him away, you got to be ready for that Night Raid. If you got something that can get exposed by Night Raid Vortex, it's coming, bro.
Oh, dead. Oh, dead. Yo, my man is locked in, though. Ooey gooey, locked in over here.
Had the Anji headband, bro.
Right?
Repping the character.
Oh, we're dancing. Yeah, man. I was telling somebody about like how I feel about Strive, and I was like, man, it's like ST Strive, bro. Like, you want to play so solid a defense that you don't want to get hit because you can explode, but also you have quite a few, you know, defensive options, whether it be like Faultless, Burst, like the Deflex, you know, like you actually have options. So seeing how people kind of like choose to use it, because some of them like require you to spend resources to make it happen, like Faultless, right? So it's always really interesting for me to see these exchanges, as well as just like the characters with their like specific, you know, moves going through it as well.
Yeah, I think even like stage size is a good kind of harkening back to ST more than like traditional Guilty Gear games, right? Where it feels like the screen size, the stage size in comparison to the characters and all that, feels like you can move a lot in Guilty Gear, right? A lot of the old Guilty Gear games was about really pitting down your opponent and doing so in an effective fashion. In Strive, it feels like the stages are a lot less large, they're a lot smaller. The competition is more intimate and quick, so like because of that, like it's not much as about pinning the opponent down as making the right decision in the scramble once y'all both get there.
Yeah, especially with the, I was about to say with the butterfly loops, yo, what a throw.
Yeah, I was thinking throw him out of the spin like that, but whole back dashes on back throws all day. That was a safe setup. Okay.
Draws out the burst.
He tried a 6P of success. That was OB.
I hate how hindsight 2020 fighting games are for me, because I watch them, I'm like, damn, I know exactly. Oh yeah, that's what he did. All right, cool. You know, I hate that because I'm like, damn, now I wish I was playing. I could do this.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, I would have made that read in that moment. Give me the stick.
Right.
Let me play. Oh my goodness, bro. Tatuma just ran up in his business.
Yo, the pressure.
Yeah, of course, Wild Assault now and Strive as well. Another thing that got added over the course of the game's lifespan. A lot of quality. That's improved a lot of characters' combo quality of life. Obviously, Corrin carry is tremendously strong because of it. And just another way to strip your opponent's burst as well. Something that's kind of come layered in to the meta game, as we see players kind of inch towards trying to take somebody's health bar away and they get a burst quick. They'll often sprinkle in a Wild Assault just to make sure they don't get that option. Bro, I was feeling it during this top six.
Bro,
let me tell you what.
You were actually going off in this top six.
It's one of those things, right? Where it's very, you feel very fortunate. I also wanted to thank like Tatuma and Nitro, just all these players in top six for like putting on a hell of a show. Like it's just pretty much what we desire the most as commentators. Getting those top sixes is just because like the level of play is so wild and so sick that you just flow, right? It really is a chance to have some of the most fun you're ever going to have commentary-wise just because of how sick the matches are. So, yeah, big ups to all the players in this top six who really let me have a great time. Like, it was just from start to finish an amazing top six.
Okay. We gooey.
And then just sprinkling that in there.
Oh.
Oh my god, bro, the tuba, like the dash blocks and the volcanic viper being let ripped. Oh goodness. Yeah, the speed at which these fellas was played at top six, man, everybody was just on their P's and Q's.
Yo, the IB. Burst out of there. He said a whole trip, not half a trip. A whole trip. Pack your bags.
But like I can't remember if it was Raf or one of the other players talking about. I think it might have been Tatuma. How he's like, my mind just went blank up there. Sometimes that can happen during commentary, bro. When the match is going crazy like that much, and you are just into it, like you just go unconscious. Like, and
No,
you
that's
just
facts.
like
Sometimes you forget. You lock in. It's only you in the game.
Yeah.
You're talking in your head, and it's just you're like in your own movie theater. I definitely be getting that sometimes.
Yeah, hundreds. Sometimes it just flows like that. And I feel very fortunate whenever that happens. It's definitely one of those things where it just feels like all the prep, all the things you've done beforehand really just prepare you for that, and they kind of take the wheel, and you're like all your conscious thinking just goes away. And ooey gooey, he really had some sick baits on this as well, right? He was tired of getting Volcanic Viper, and he was like, bruh, I got the spacing and I got a butterfly. You're not just gonna be able to do this for free.
You're not about to be able to just run around on the ground, bro. I'm not gonna allow it.
Never had.
Once again.
Let's rock.
Incredible adjustments in that last game, honestly.
Ooh, what a call out.
Vipers get baited out, but the first one successful again from Tatuma.
Oh
Nah.
my goodness, we talked about
Hey,
right
you was
now.
talking about it. You was talking about it.
That boy Tatuma was a night raid sniper at Evil Vegas.
I don't know why I always think it's the Night Raid. I just think of a movie. Night Raid.
I just
What
picture him
happens
doing
when-
that through a door, busting in.
I was literally about to say so stupid. Headbutt. The OTG. Oh. One of the craziest new mixes I feel like in like Strive. And they kind of like sprinkled it across the board. Quite a few characters have like the option for the mix, but
My goodness, he's not letting you make a point,
For
Proxy.
the,
He's like, I get this
the
damage on the
speed
table.
at which
Don't worry
everybody
about the
played
point.
in this top
Still
6.
on the table, 2K, 2D into the revolver, RC up.
Into low, trying to bait the burst right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then baited it at the end anyway. I don't know how he had his routing so clean. Command grab PRC. Stop.
that was sick. That was sick.
Stop, bruh. Oh man, yeah,
Okay.
Tatuma took him down right there. Right, that was the Chewy Snicker match for winner semis, and then I believe winners finals that we saw was Nitro, right, which is another 6 set as well. So I think we're gonna get that in a moment. But man, yeah, Tatuma's run with Guilty Gear Strive, Evo Japan 2024. This top 6 in general, one of my favorites of all time, one of my favorites I've ever gotten to commentate for sure. Just the way these players were playing. Oh.
Yo, shout
Never
out to
forget it.
everybody hanging out with us. I know it's early. I know it was early for me, and Ranger still is early for me. I know. I can tell you that right now. But thank you guys for tuning in, man. First time showing the Road to Evo documentary, and now we're going through some of the matches from Evo 2024. Particularly Guilty Gear Strive right now, man. You guys are getting to see the full matches in their totality. And, of course, you got Renge talking about some of these matches as well live, which is actually pretty cool. And, you know, getting our own little insight. So it's been good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just fun to think back about this moment, honestly. Like, getting to commentate it, feeling the electricity in the arena, like, just in general. And then getting to watch these matches. I'm actually glad we are getting to watch some of these Tatuma matches because I wanted to rewatch.
We were talking about it. We was like, now we want to rewatch them.
Like, again, these two were just completely bonkers at this event. Specifically, these two obviously being our grand finalists in a moment as well. But this was the winter finals where, from what I recall, it was a pretty convincing victory for Tatuma. So I am so interested in seeing how this one played out, what they were doing differently, going from winners finals to grand finals, baiting out Volcanic Vipers. That was a big part of Tatuma's game, right? He was willing to let the DPs rip, whether he lived by it or died by it.
I like how Nitro was playing this, though. I mean, once again, like, the fact that we just get the Jacko, it definitely kind of slows down what Soul wants to do, right? You got to be a little more weary of the minions, and locking Soul down makes it a little scarier to commit to some of his options on Wake Up. But it's still not easy, I will say.
Yeah, 100% not. And then Tuma. It felt like he always had meter in his back pocket too, whether he was like focusing on routing around positive bonus via the wall break or whatever have you. He just always has something available to extend. Did a real great job of balancing between tension and using the burst meter for stuff like Wild Assault, like you saw right there as well. So that's why, right? Like, Wild Assault corner carry, he gets the wall break off of it, then he builds the positive bonus with the wall break, so it just feels like he always has meter. And again, gets another hit, he's spinning RC, now he's got the positive bonus to get the RC meter again. So yeah, Tatuma was just
Let me
flowing.
out. My man said, let me out. And look at that, just faultless. Oh man, the PRC. Oh, wild throw PRC again, but he dropped it though. Bruh. That's what I was talking about. 2S to challenge the minions, but he still get to keep the position, so that's really good.
Oh my.
That, however, is not good.
Yeah, the top rope cross up bandit bringer. Oh, that feels bad, bro.
It's actually mad annoying.
That feels mad bad. But yeah, that's another thing. Up against Jacko, right? That was something that we were trying to highlight a lot. It's like, how is he going to deal with the minions and then go through to make Jacko deal with something immediately after dealing with the minions, right?
Yeah.
Whether it be the activity on the 2S, we saw a lot of 2S cancel into bandit revolver, things like that, right? That can be forward advancing after you hit the minions. Or sometimes we just see my mans get thrown to hell and back.
Abusive. Abusive of the wild throw PRC.
Everything coming up his way.
Oh, the anti-air lost.
We're taking to the skies.
Yo, that jump aged, bro. Was the sword and the stone with that, man.
I was about to say, man, the Quidditch. My man be riding that bad boy all the way down.
Legit, bro. It was 2000. Low afterwards. Yes, sir.
Pressure.
Oh, that was
that pressure. Oh, I like that backdash to try to bait something out to Tuma. Making the right choice, though. 2K layered.
Yeah. And Nitro, we tried something a little bit high level right there, right? Like IBFD on the bandit revolver to make sure Soul didn't land super close to him. That way he would be able to not be an immediate strike throw mix-up. But man, Tuma just so overwhelming. It's tough to pull that off and then like make a decision quick enough that will also thwart the next decision coming out from Tuma. Like,
and like you got to be careful. Tatuma's not afraid to hit buttons.
Yeah.
Like he literally be like, oh, you said the minions are there? You gonna try to hit me with the mix? Like, just hits it. He's like, nah, bro. Nah, bro. You can't stop me.
Oh, and then delayed wild assault right there as well. Catching Nitro trying to squirm.
That was so sick. He used. I love when people use like the little micro actions of the minions. So shield and stuff. Like I love that.
Yeah, I think we honestly see more of that from Nitro in Grand Finals. I think that's part of what kind of turns the set around up against the Tuma, because as you can see, this Winners Finals looked like Mans was gonna run home with it. Oh yeah, look, the dash blocks were so on point constantly, making so many good decisions. The quick RCs as well. He's just constantly forcing you to make a decision and be conscious mind, and that wears on you. Is a completely stamina draining.
Hold that. Hold that.
The dust.
Dunk him. Dunk him.
Through the wall. Is that good? This is where maybe Nitro started believing towards the end of the set, right? He was like, all right. Because I'm starting to figure things out a little bit to Tuma again. It's tough against Soul. Even when you got things figured out, one wrong hit, one wrong starter is going to mean the round. So, yeah, he definitely looks much more comfortable, obviously, in that round.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember how this set is, how Tuma kind of bounces back. Oh, that's how. Bait out the 2D, bro. That is a classic Jacko button.
Yo, the minions. I just hear Happy playing by Pharrell every time the minions on the screen. Bruh. Oh, look at the pressure. And just like, nah, I'm cool. Raw ass.
Yeah, I don't even know how he ended up making it out right there. The close edge just destroyed everything. I thought Nitro was dead off that, but he had no super. Deflect shield. He's keeping the full tension. That's an interesting choice to make from Nitro. Really willing to spin the burst meter.
I felt it. I felt the Night Raid coming, bro.
Nice. And that really paid off, right? Nitro, instead of doing like a YRC or any type of defensive decision with his tension, him doing the deflect shield after the wall break, let him have that 50 meter to actually convert for the kill at the end right there. So really, really smart, honestly, from Nitro in that instance.
Oh man, I gotta lift my seat back up. I was trying to sit. I'm getting all hype. I gotta go up higher now. Hold on.
Oh my, Volcanic Viper point blank like that. Backdashing the Fafnir, backdashing the 2D. Like, oh my. Like I said, man, the speed at which these players are playing. Like, honestly, some of the best Guilty Gear I've ever seen till this day.
The jump back.
play a neutral like Ren is.
He's got meter though. Yep. No, still caught the jump. Oh my God.
He tried the wild throw, covered himself with the RC. Get your back down here.
It's on his ground.
Dude, bro, his volcanic Viper success rate was just through the roof. So many challenges, and even then right there, right, rather than go with the volcanic Viper, putting out the 2K, actually catching Jacko trying to run away. Big reward off the knockdown. Now we get the mixes for days. Oh, RC in response to that burst. This dude was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pressure. That's pressure. Soul, one of the staples when it comes to Strive and just being an oppressive force, man. But also just the fact that he was calling out when he was. I think that's one of the main things. In that Jacko matchup, like, and just from my experience, like, that's the hard part. If she gets started knowing when to kind of like find, a lot of times, obviously, it doesn't stay there too long. You can like hit him away, but knowing when to do so is not the easiest thing to do, man. But still, shout outs to Nitro, to Tuma. Gonna keep going.
Yeah, exactly, because Jacko, she can use those as bait, right? She can kind of put the minions out there, and if you're reckless about the way you deal with them, then it opens you up to her, like, jumping in on you, punishing the button that you tried to hit the minion with, counter poking, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, you really do have to be precise with the way you take down minions, and obviously have something a lot of time behind it ready to go in case Jacko tries to advance behind them. But, yeah, man, this grand finals, we get that immediate run back. It's going to be sick.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot we went into it. I was like, this is the build-up. It's grand finals. We're gonna do it. And then they did button check, and I was like, you know,
got him.
You got me. The unblockable commentator mix.
It is actually unblockable, bro.
Yeah.
And then sometimes production is like, yeah, no, this is live. And then sometimes they're wrong. Like, it's just,
yeah, exactly. Like, we do our best. Like, production does their best, but sometimes wires just get crossed, and, you know. But we get into it here momentarily. Yeah, it always happens. I'm mad they kept the "what do you mean" like in the video though. Like, this is a edited video. We could have kept that out. Like, they could have maybe not looked up in that instance. But no, it's all love. I like that. I like that, showing the raw what happens here in the Evo Grand Final stage. Jacko versus Soul Bad Guy, to Tuma versus Nitro. This was a hell of a set, man. I'm ready to relive this one.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Always blaming the beast, bro.
Right?
Nobody wants to go to therapy. They just want to blame the beast.
Like, nobody wants help. It's the beast, bro. They made me do it. How am I supposed to survive? The beast are doing it. I need to do it too.
That was a real couples interaction, honestly. I had never paid attention to what they said to each other right there.
Wait, what do they say?
Soul is like, is it Halloween every day? And she goes, sure is, and you're an injured soldier.
Oh.
I was like, this is actually a couples interaction. I think the Jacko Soul Bad Guy love story.
Bro, that reminds me, actually. I got to finish, before I actually start the Guilty Gear anime, I got to finish the story mode of Strive, bro. This dude, Sajam, was chopping at the bits to ruin it for me. But I literally just came from his house. He was like, yo, Steve, bro, you got us. You need to watch it.
Oh man, yeah, we gotta lock you up somewhere just for like a day and be like, all right, let's Steve catch up on the Guilty Gear Strive story and the Guilty Gear anime.
It happens today.
Oh,
as soon as this is done, Guilty Gear anime.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. But yeah, again, this is a grand finals for those tuning in. Welcome to the Road to Evo watch party. We have actually watched the world premiere of the Road to Evo. It's up on the Evo Events YouTube channel if you want to check it out. We're here chilling and watching some of the best stuff from Evo 2024. Myself and Tasty Steve, and we're kicking it off with this grand finals. Excuse me, the PlayStation channel is where the Road to Evo event is going to be at on YouTube. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you're looking for it, that is where you'll be able to find it. And then, of course, right now we're watching a bunch of the dope matches that happened from Evo Vegas last year.
Your boy Tasty Steve and Range holding it down, man. Just giving you a little mini recap. Some of the amazing matches, particularly this Guilty Gear Strive, winners finals and grand finals that we're taking you guys through. We still got some matches to go through here, especially leading up to Evo Vegas. June 9th is the last time you can get your tickets. Make sure you get them now, man. You can pull up, witness it yourselves, man. It's actually amazing. Yo, through the glass.
Yeah, using the guard too. Like you're talking about those little minion interactions. That was so clean, bro. And that was a way to stuff to Tuma's aggression, right? He's been so aggressive, baited out the YRC right there. A big thing with Nitro, too, is it really feels like he plays Jacko unlike anybody else because he has that, like, versus game processing speed, right? He's like, I'm used to this, bro. The minions are basically assists to me. I know how to put he just knows the sequencing very quickly, no matter what the situation is. And that goes back to his lab time, who he is as a player. That's another big thing when it comes to playing these fighting games, right? Identifying what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then pairing a character with that is what leads up to a lot of success for people.
No, that's facts, man. I tell people all the time, I don't really know what my fighting game style is, which is crazy because I feel like that's the only way you get better. But, like, yeah, everybody has their own, like, gives and takes, right? Like, just being able to balance that with a character you like or you think that really kind of fits your style is actually the hardest thing about fighting games. And it's probably one of the funnest things about fighting games. You'll get dunked.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us, I feel like myself included, a lot of time I pick characters based off like aesthetics and who I think looks cool. And if they're not really my play style, I like sticking with them at first just to learn a new play style, right? Just to learn a new perspective on fighting games and how people go about it from a character that does X or Y rather than Z that I like to do usually.
Yeah. Oof. Oof. Oh man, the delayed run up, like just walk up S throw mix.
Nitro, he's trying to like FD away from it and whatnot too. At the Tuma's timings on the buttons still just blow him up even after the FD pushback. Like, oof.
Tuma's button choices to deal with the minions is actually really good as well. And even being close enough to like kind of sneak in the night raid is like really good. 5K definitely one of them. A little bit of the faultless pushes out. Bad position for Soul.
Yeah, we saw IBFD from Tuma as well to get some space. I think it prevented a cross-up type setup from Jacko, honestly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but Nitro, he's like, nah, bro, I got you in this corner. I am not trying to surrender. And even punishing the air bandit revolver escape and punishing the burst Nitro, man. Like, yeah, this dude, look at him. Backdashing the night raid, baiting out the volcanic viper. Literally made every right decision in that round. Like 5 or 6 right decisions in rapid succession. That was so sick.
Look at Nitro on the stage.
Yeah, bro. Like that took a lot out of it. It had to.
Stay active on defense like that. The TPs, the vortex, everything in between. Nitro is feeling.
Well, you hear the crowd in the background. My man was just walking up in the corner. He's like, yeah, I'm Soul. You're not going to hit a button.
Yeah. That was another sick thing about this crowd. Just showed out so heavy. Like
the cross
responding.
The throw. Hold on. Welcome to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, bro. Oh, never mind.
My man's like, I found the golden ticket, bro. You don't want me to do that.
I got the golden ticket. It's called Night Raid.
Yeah, builds the bar because of the positive bonus. Gets another 50% tension. Oh my goodness. Oh my, what is happening? I don't remember what happens. Okay.
I did not think that was gonna happen.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, I really do not remember how that plays out.
I did not think that was gonna happen.
Me neither.
Immediately went into it again. Nitro reversal super and actually beat the Viper. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, what did I say when that happened? Because I was like, I still don't know what to say about it now.
Oh, playing a little too much in the air. Playing a little too much in the air.
Those close as anti-airs, bro. Your life flashes before your eyes when that happens.
Every time. Even when I block it, I'm like, oh, geez.
Yeah. Massive guard crank, honestly, or a massive crank on the guard bar.
Went forward again. This dude,
like, bro, he is committed. He is never not confident in his DPs, his command grabs, whatever decision maybe does was too far. And the volcanic viper, how did Nitro not stick his hand in the blender after he saw the dust, bro? My goodness, he would have got volcanic viper. I would have thought he would have been 100%. There in time to punish outright.
Cannot believe how often we've gone for these aggressive choices.
Man, yeah, that was great usage of that as well. The stand K from Nitro.
Yo, happy. Yo, cue the for real. Boom, 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 boom. It might sound crazy. Every time, bro. Every time, bro.
Oh man, yeah, New York standing up. Definitely mad happy about this at the very least. Posey, look at Posey, bro.
Posey's
In the middle of that,
wild,
I need
bro.
that. The mask is the DBFZ contingent. Yeah, DBFZ contingent going crazy for Nitro. Yo, this is looking like the Knicks at the Garden Game 6, bro. Side Talk is outside. We need Side Talk at Evo.
Some of the best videos ever, bro. I go back and watch the ones from like years ago. It's funny, bro, because they're so good.
I think it was 2021 when it was like peak, or 2022 when it was like the Hawks Knicks peak. Oh man, that was so funny, all those events. But yeah, man, that's what it was looking like here with Nitro resetting the bracket. Very, very strong showing just already. But then even the reset in grand finals gets even crazier, right? Because we literally go down to the final round in this grand finals. So both of these players do put on the show of a lifetime. Oh, the Let's Go Nitro. That's also everybody watching. Big ups to Region Pride and all that. I love y'all having regional pride, but I always love chanting the player's name more than the country that they're part of.
Free.
Like if I'm up there, I want y'all saying my name. I don't want y'all saying USA. I'm sorry. That's just how.
Yo, big same, bro.
Yeah, like that's just how it is. So I love that it was a Let's Go Nitro chant. Like it was so sick.
Pressure. Ooh. He's beginning to believe the backdash is baiting out the buttons. Movement, the movement. Oh my gosh.
That 2D got hammered by
I'm about to
that
say,
Panther Bringer.
put her ass in the ground. That was crazy. I wanted that burst, but you ain't gonna give it to me. You can hold this combo though.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's like I got the burst safe routing. I'll still get the wall break. My positive bonus is not gonna escape me.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's good.
I was
Great
still
display.
looking at the minion. I looked up, he was right here.
Look, man, Nitro, he really starts getting the reads on point. Oh, but the Panther Bringer again. And that hurts, right? When you believe so hard in the burst at the very end, Tuma doesn't have a lot of life left, but man, what a clutch bait out. Wild Assault as well, strip some of that burst, get to the wall, and get that break going. Ugh.
Good choice. I like that. Starting using like the longer pokes to try to control the neutral a little bit. It actually forces the jump to Tuma get the knockdown.
Actually jumps backwards there. Maybe an execution error.
Oh my goodness, bro. Nitro trying to be confusing, bro. The PRC. Oh, yeah. It looked like Nitro had already committed to something, right? Trying to take advantage of the Night Raid whiff and the air throw on the backdash. Oh. Yes, dude. These two were bonkers. Playing out of their minds in a sense.
Yeah. Instant answer. There you go. Kick the minions. Boom, boom. Yeah, use the shields. Oh no. Oh, little shadow step. In and out.
Oh my lord. Oh my. The clean hit Vipers. Ouch.
Jeez. Relieve the man of his life bar. He doesn't need it.
Relieve the man of his life bar is powerful. Oh man. Tatuma, he tried to hit that minion. That's what the 5K was about. The IBFD pushed him away as well, but Jacko and Nitro got great ways to kind of just chase down those IBFD pushbacks. Try something right there again. You saw the IB. I think he maybe tried to throw right after.
And that's really tricky to do when you got the minions out there too, because you can be in trouble, big trouble actually. Oh, I'm jumping, I'm out. Here's the pressure. Yo, actually got to throw the whiff, but still just taking advantage of it by staying close enough to get the follow-up.
Oh my goodness, bro. The Bandit Bringer, yeah, he doesn't want a 2D as frequently as he was doing before, right? Because the Bandit Bringers were stuffing it. IBFD, but again, like, it's such long reach, and then he's able to cancel into the minion that gives him the plus frames to get Jacko back in his grill. Like, this is too sick. The flex shield, oh my goodness, great recognition, though.
soccer kick. Continues the pressure here in the corner. These are the type of situations. Yeah, and you see.
Look at the spacing that Nitro is just prioritizing, right? Oh, finally. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh.
Even a charged dust on the side switch for the Ender.
Okay. You got a chance.
Ooh, the goons are outside, fam.
He said the goons are out. Yo, they're at the front porch right now waiting on us. What do you mean?
Bro.
These minions, bro, they chilling.
Do not go outside. Not right now.
They outside having a barbecue, making s'mores, playing dominoes, waiting for you. Look, you gotta come outside. I wonder if they talk like that too.
You gotta come outside.
They just like, you look through the peephole and it's me. Like what the hell is going on?
What in the world?
Looks for the jump S once again. Pushes them away with the burst.
Oh. Yeah, there's been a lot of 5Ks, and it feels like Nitro is like dropping the minion at like a shallower distance, so it's preventing Tatuma from getting as many kills as he was before. Oh my, the backdash PRC overhead off that. Come on, dog.
That was so dirty. That was so dirty.
Nitro.
Yo, Nitro, that was dirty, bro.
For real.
For the first time here in this set.
Again, though, the spacing is so on point. You gotta be conscious of that 2D from Jacko constantly.
I like that, though, the layer of setting up the minion and then keeping the pressure going just in case the DP comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Initiating some of those extra mix-ups
Oh, the
here.
Soul trying to force the issue again.
He actually flubbed up a conversion a little bit to allow Nitro to play this round a little bit more fairly than he would have otherwise.
Oh, instant block into the back throw. Disgusting. And then immediately calling the minion on the air dash over. Stop.
PRC.
Oh, I couldn't remember if that was the kill or not. Does he have 100? Oh, he does. Oh, my goodness. The burst is still there, though. I'll relive this all over again. Steve, what's going to happen? Oh, my goodness.
What a punish! The backdash right before the Night Raid.
The Night Raid, dude, he was conscious, right? He knew. He was like, Night Raid, that's what you want to do. That's what the minions are outside looking at. They're like, this is going to come through the door. The Night Raid's going to go. Yeah.
He just said, they just on fire.
Oh, man, Jacko, ready for it. Even if the minions had to get sacrificed.
That'd be sick.
What happened?
Man, I can't wait. I wonder if that's in the anime. Him just taking out a bunch of Night Raiding a bunch of the Jacko minions. That'd be sick.
Oh man, that would definitely be some choreography that I pay extra for. Tatuma, Tyrant Rave.
Oh, good backdash. I like not rushing in right there because that could have been anything.
They getting your stuff into the approach, but that was sick, right? 5K, cancel into the band the revolver. That's exactly what we're talking about. Some forward advance and hitbox to stop the forward advancement of Jacko after the minion. Oh my, the Volcanic Viper again, forcing the guard break with the Fafnir. Ugh.
Trying to break this mask right now. Tatsuma looking to really condition
Oh my, I can't believe
the
you
low profile with the 2P.
Yeah, and then like it felt like the Tuma recognized that at PRC. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, what do you mean? Like, why did he PRC there? I don't know if that was just like natural timing to where you usually hit it, so you do the quick RC, but the way that played out was bonkers. Wow.
Guilty Gear Strive comes down to one final
One more match, bro. This legitimately, this grand finals, this entire top 6 delivered far beyond my expectations, honestly.
Nah, that's facts.
Night Raid, though, much more easy.
I feel like there were a lot of storylines for the year, right? Like SF6 was still really new. Punk was there in the top 8. Like we're trying to get Punk his first Evo title. Tekken, it was like the last Tekken 7 Evo, right? So like there was a lot of storylines. So I was really thinking that Third Strike obviously was incredible. So like Guilty Gear didn't have as many storylines, but the gameplay itself really made up for it. Like the gameplay of everybody in top 6 was above and beyond, I think, the expectation level of the people. So it really just made it an incredible top 6.
Nah, you could definitely tell. The excitement's still there. It's still electric too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the delay. Bruh. I could tell you locked in, bro.
Yeah, I was, bro. I was
I could
100%
tell. I
like
could hear it.
nothing existed besides like this game at that moment, you know. And that's where you ideally want to be as a commentator a lot of the time. If you can achieve that state, you're probably gonna have a good block.
The flow state of commentary.
Legitimately.
Oh, what a backdash on the Wild Assault.
Oh my, and then the trades, bro.
Nitro making some adjustments to the post Fafnir game.
Still using the minions. Oh, the throw. Set it up. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, no.
We scrambled. There's a dash. I'm not sure. He blocked it hard.
That's so cheap. I hate it.
Yeah.
That's okay. Still, setting up for the situation. Takes the kill. That's going to be Nitro. He's going
And
to
then
be
look at
Shout
that,
outs to
bro.
Nitro, though. My man got the Holy Ghost up there. Look at him jumping.
Yeah, he did.
I feel you, bro.
In New York and Dragon Ball embracing their own.
brings home the Evo Championship.
Yeah, that's right. I
Cloud
thought he
down,
brought it
man.
home to New York. New York, another Evo title in their annals. Man, that was
Oh,
sick.
man. Shout outs to Nitro. We saw it doing the road to Evo, Doc as well. Just how the victory goes and the path. But we're not done just yet. We still, yo, they got this man in the air.
Yeah,
My man is crowd
surfing,
surfing.
Oh my goodness, incredible stuff, especially from winning Dragon Ball last year, or not winning Dragon Ball, but getting into Grand Finals of Dragon Ball the year before. You mentioned on the video, right? Third straight top 8 appearance, and for him to take home the first place, the entire title right there. I'm telling you, some of the pictures that him and Posey got, or that they took of him and Posey in this, I need them to go in the Evo art section, wherever we have the memorabilia at, wherever we have the moments in time hanging up. I need that picture. That was an incredible just moment in time. So big ups to Nitro, big ups to Tuma as well, as we talked about the road to Evo winner for Guilty Gear Strive in Asia, showed out all the way into second place, almost took home the entire title himself. So yeah, just the display there was one of my favorites of all time. But now we got some Tekken, Tasty Steve.
Oh, yeah. Tekken 8. Once again, man, this is the first year for Tekken 8.
Oh, it was the first year for Tekken 8, so it wasn't the last year for Tekken 7. It was the first year for Tekken 8 as well. Okay.
But I mean, the thing is though, this is like the changing of the guard right here. This is like, and the way I put it, it was like the Tekken 7 story is over, right? The Tekken 8 book now begins, and like it begins, it's like, as when you last saw Tekken, it was in the hands of the Korean world, but now Pakistan has entered the fray, and it begins again. Tekken 8, page 1, Evo 20. Like it's literally, this is how it starts.
That is how it feels, man, and that's how it should be delivered, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
that is definitely, we come into different eras of games, you know what I mean? And we got to start weaving the story of what this era is going to be.
Man, we were talking about this before, how people were dealing with like the pressure. Tekken 8 definitely put a lot of players on like their toes, but even like the legacy players, right? Because the game is so like, it's not fundamentally different, but the way you approach like offense is different, right? And like I've been talking about this a lot, but it's more because like I feel like much like a lot of the other games, this game was like an answer to the defensive and the offensive options of like Tekken 7, right? Much like how like Street Fighter 5 changed a lot of stuff from Street Fighter 4, almost like in counterplay action,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And if you play Street Fighter 3, then you know just how different 4 was when it came to the neutral, vortex options, the whole 9, right? Tekken 8 didn't really have that as much, right? Like it didn't happen as much in the Tekken world. Maybe like Tekken 4 had like one of the most drastic changes. The adding of like Bound and Tornado really kind of like added it up. But now in Tekken 8 they got heat, right? And even if you talk about like Tekken 7, oh man, it's funny because I was talking to the homies about Tekken 7 and I was telling him, I was like, man, like a lot of the Tekken players are going to get hit by Akuma. And he was like, why? Oh my God, that was crazy. Actually ducks the high out of Zen stance. And they were like, why do you think that is, Steve? I was like, because Tekken players don't know how to deal with DPs. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? I'm like, they don't know that people are going to wake up and do that. And I clocked this the minute they announced it. I was like, bro, mad people are getting. And same thing goes for Rage Arts. I was like, a lot of Tekken players are going to get hit by Rage Arts. They were like, yo, Steve, why? I was like, because they're not used to having to respect something that isn't earned. Like if you legit get up, he's like, oh, you got rage? Man, I don't care about that. Hold this pressure. Now you can be like, I'm gonna do rage art. You know what I'm saying? And in Tekken 7, that puts so many people on their toes, on tilt, because they had to deal with this whole new element. Also, the fact that this dude is getting help from Joker, one of the best players in EU, like that's not fair at all. That's absolutely not fair.
I like the point you made about Akuma, right? People bringing a new element to Tekken where people weren't ready for it. I feel like so much of fighting game decision making also is measured by risk reward, right? And Akuma really messed with that as well with his low, right? Like you're not used to seeing like a character in Tekken like with that quick of a low get that much of a reward off of it. So I feel like it just messed with people's minds. The wake up DPs, the projectile, the low. Like he was just very much like anti Tekken in a way.
He was. But the thing is, and like the thing is that like, and I always make this example. Like you have to switch it up. Like
yes.
I feel like it got like players got so comfortable dealing with like the regular stuff in Tekken, like just normally, that like there's like, how do we make it so it's harder for these guys? Like, how do we make it a little more interesting for people coming into the game as well as the guys who have been playing this game for so long? And it was like, let's give them this option. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, like I said before, they're definitely still like going through a bunch of changes. I mean, even the version that we're playing right now is super different from this. So
yeah, definitely a whole lot happened to the landscape of Tekken. Which, as you said, is just a necessity. This is how games go.
It's a necessity. I actually think it's a necessity. I know a lot of people might not agree with me on that, but like personally, like I'm all about like, hey, switch it up, bro. It's not always gonna be a cakewalk for everybody playing the game, and it gives like a good starting point for everybody to learn this game.
Yeah. And as a fan of learning, I just in general like learning new things. You know what I mean? I think it's dope. Like I don't want my iterations of fighting games to give me the exact same thing. I understand that because of my investment in previous games, I'll have a head start, and it'll feel good winning real quick, real early, and all that. But like, it feels better to me once I truly understand a game and be like, okay, now no matter how long I play this game, like you're gonna catch these hands because I know how to play for real.
I tell people that all the time. It's one of my favorite things about playing multiple games, because everybody's like, oh, I only know Steve from this game. I only know Steve from Tekken. I only know Steve from Street Fighter. I only know Steve from Guilty Gear. But like, I play so many games that like that helps me with like commentary and like watching this other stuff, right?
100%.
It really is like an interesting part about like fighting games, the evolution. I mean, it's funny, we're watching Evolution, talking about the evolution of fighting games, but it's the evolution, the adaptation, and even like Arslan recently. I mean, Lee winning Evo Japan 2025. They've both been like, actually, I'm starting to understand how to play this game a lot more, and it shows in their gameplay, man. And it makes it super exciting, bro. Like just watching what Nee did, watching when Arslan get his 5th Evo championship, like, yeah.
And that's why it always goes to me back to, you got to learn how to get good. Like that's great.
Talk to him.
That's great if you know how to play a certain character in a certain game. Great. Like honestly, more power to you. God bless you. Like you're gonna have a great time with that stuff. But learning how to get good is how these guys happen. Nee, Arslan, how they go to different games, how they maintain this success, how they don't let some little obstacles stop them. Right? They realize how to become good, no matter what they're playing with. So I love the fact that we see Nee and Arslan, and the fact that they're open about that. Right? They're open about their vulnerabilities as players. Look, I wasn't good at first at this game. I was struggling. I was stubborn in this way. I was failing to comprehend certain things. I couldn't wrap my mind around it as quickly as some other people, but now I got it because I didn't stop, right? I didn't stop giving up. I know in my heart I'm capable of pulling this off. I just got to keep going. And I mean, it's a testament to both of them and why they're a 5-time and 4-time Evo champion respectively.
Now, you speaking the gospel. You got me locked in, bro.
You already know. I mean, we've talked about this before. Me and you, we subscribe to the very similar philosophies when it comes to fighting games. We're not trying to sit there and cry. We're trying to sit there and get good. Like whether the game wants us to play a certain way or not, like we're gonna figure out how to make it work. That's just how we get down.
Bro, the crowd was going crazy. That was sick.
Oh man, bro.
And Arslan switching to, we talk about the legacy, right? Arslan switching to one of the characters is in the game that's still kind of very heavy on the legacy and not easy to play at all. Atif going with the Dragunov, like super fundamental heavy. He's got great pokes, combo damage out the wazoo. Oh.
Bro, how is this the first round? Okay. Why is it already coming down to this much intensity?
Bro, this dude Rip was trying to sell a car out there. My man was hitting the auction speed on the commentary. That was crazy.
Oh, man, 35, 45, 55, 65.
Right? That's literally what it sounded like.
Oh my goodness.
What a duck. The bar fight.
So violent.
It's so violent, bro.
I love me some Dragunov. Definitely one of my favorite characters.
He's definitely your kind of character.
Yeah,
He's definitely your kind of character. Him and Brian. I feel like
I was gonna say Brian and Dragunov are my two favorite characters. So yeah, you understand my style
yeah,
of fighting game.
We've played many a fighting game together. I gotta feel.
And of course, Nina on the other side. Ooh, the Arslan. You talked about like the Nina hadn't been super in his arsenal, or was that something?
Yeah, no. Okay. The thing is like this is relatively new for him. He hasn't always played this character, but the character itself in Tekken 8, he was going and he was like, you know what, I'm not playing. And on top of that, his character Zafina is a little bit different. The system of the game is a little bit different. So he's like, you know what, I'm gonna switch. And even more so to the point where he's been recently playing like Lars. So he's definitely, and he's like, he's one that will adapt to like, hey, what works for me? How can I get this W? So he'll switch it up. And Atif kind of goes for the, hey, I need what's best to control the pace. And he's really good. If you give him proper pokes, he will always control the pace. And he's always been that way too. So
I was gonna say that is definitely how Atif comes across to me, is that like whatever character is really good at space control, tempo control, like you said, like that's his stuff. Like he's really good at that as a player. So you give him a character that's strong in those aspects, he's gonna find a lot of success. Well, yeah, Arslan has always been to me like the free flowing type of dude. Like he's like the Allen Iverson type of Tekken, right? Like he really brings his own flavor and speed to the game, and really being able to flow in unorthodox ways catches people off guard. That's why we saw him work with that Safita so well in Tekken 7, right? A very funky, unorthodox character that allows him to manipulate in ways a lot of other characters can't. That's what he likes to do. So just he's always a very interesting player to follow, simply because that's what he likes to do in game.
He effectively changed the meta of Tekken 7. This is one of the reasons I gave him more props than anything, because nobody was rocking Zafina like that. Like shout outs to like Shadow and all of them, but like nobody was playing Zafina how he played Zafina first. And then the Kasumi came out and he was still like, bro, how is he so good at this? And it's because both of these characters control the pace to a degree, right? Kazumi had like great pressure with her 1-1. She had pretty good movement. She had stances in there to kind of make you second guess sometimes. And Zafina was like, yo, bro, if you don't know how to interact with my stances, what are you going to do? If not, I get to play my game. And Arslan really knew just by how you reacted if you know how to deal with the character. So like, he's like, oh, you didn't deal with this stance, right? Oh, you didn't know that this, oh, I get to play. And Atif, on the other hand, this guy, one of the things I give him more than anything is his spacing. Like, you can't play super defensive like you used to, where you're playing back at these ranges anymore. But I've literally seen Atif play the game so to the point where he's out of range that your combos will drop, and you'd be like, oh, I got the hit, I'm gonna do a combo, and he's like, bro, I was just that extra distance away to where your combo is gonna change, whether it be me sidestepping, whether it be me ducking at this range. Yeah, you got the launch, but is the entire combo gonna hit? I've seen him win tournaments like that. And at first I was like, I'm watching it live, like even not on commentary, I'm like, is he doing this intentionally? And then I seen him do it for 3 tournaments. I'm like, oh nah, this is intentional. Like he's purposely putting himself at a range where you have to overcommit to make your combo work, and then he punishes you for it. So seeing both of these guys play, especially considering they're from the same region, it seems very like counterplay heavy, right? Like it seems like these two are made to do this dance in fighting games, because Arslan is definitely gonna be like, how can I make you? And Atif is like, also, how can I make you? You know what I'm saying? Like they play so like off of each other. The perfect compliments to come from the same region and be like the forerunners in like Tekken 8 right now.
It is like you talked about, like both players are going after tempo control, but it's the opposite ends of the spectrum with how they do it, right? Like Atif, like you mentioned, very traditional Tekken style. Like he was like, I'm gonna outmove you. I'm gonna have these solid buttons, like these quick lows, these solid mids, all these things that are constantly make you uncomfortable. Just chip away at your life bar. And I'm just gonna outspace you to the point where it's gonna be frustrating for you to deal with. While Arslan's like, I'm gonna make you see spacing you ain't never seen before. You know what I mean? And like, I'm gonna put you on the back foot, and that's the type of tempo I'm gonna present. And good luck not getting ran over. So it's just so cool to see both of those play styles juxtaposed.
And man, well put, man, well put. And just looking at how he shifted his game plan over to this character, right? Like, he likes using the down forward ones to see how you react, the quick side steps, jab to kind of like keep you in check, and always having a low there to make you not comfortable just sidestepping cleanly, even if it does not get a combo starter. But then, like, just to like kind of transition, like looking at how Knee was playing at Evo Japan this year. Like, obviously the game's in a little different space, and he was playing super defensive. Whether it be the range, whether it be him sidestepping into the background or the foreground and just being like, no, I'm going to jab you so you can't get away with stuff. It's such a way to see how these three styles are all different, but they're in the same game. And how they approach like evolving and adapting in each game. From round to round, mind you, is something you need to look at. One of my favorite parts about Tekken, because obviously you have such a large move list that you're going to have to change up your approach depending on what moves they use. And then knowing what their options could be, one thing. Knowing what they're going to go for and their tendencies, another thing. It makes one of the craziest pyramids of decisions in fighting games that you don't really get, because not many fighting games have as robust a move list as something like Tekken. So you got to put it all into strength. And once again, this is not, setting it above the rest, but it's also like a different avenue for fighting games that you typically don't get to see. And one of the questions that I get a lot of times, like a lot of people ask me this question. I just had to tell one of my best friends, and he's known me since before I've done commentary. And he's like, bro, what's your favorite game to commentate, right? Like, they're like, bro, and everybody asks me, this is one of the favorite questions of people interview, like, Steve, but what's your people just randomly, Steve, but like, what's your game? And I'm like, bro, they're like different sports to me. Like, like Tekken is a football, you know what I'm saying? A Street Fighter is a European football. Not exactly, but just, giving you examples. KOF more of a golf. Definitely not more of a golf, but, follow me just for the analogy, right? Like, they're all different sports. So you're going to be drawn to different things about each one. And, like, your own player is like having a player talk about your Atif, your Arslans, your, your Khans, all of these players. Like, those are my teams, you know what I'm saying? And I got teams that I like more than other ones. But, like, when it comes to the sport and looking at it and like showing it and watching it, it's the same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, I don't know how you guys survived this grand final.
Nah, bro. Dog, do you hear the crowd? Like, it's crazy. And Atif is dude, I love Atif, bro. Like, he's one of these players that, like, when he is like, when he's feeling it, like, I don't even know how you stop him. Like, I remember one time, bro, we was at like it was Gamers 8, the team tournament. Okay. I was, and when he like came back, and it was like a crazy Knee versus him match, and they did the interview, and I was interviewing him, and I was like, bro, what's the difference? And he was just like, I was like, what made you turn it on like this? He said, you know what made me turn it on? He's like, when Knee said that that's his trophy and that's my trophy. I was like, bro, what? Like, and it was literally just one of those things, bro. Like, you don't get that. Like, you can talk about this in a team format. It's not the same. When it's just you up there and you got to make the play, and you got to hit those buttons, and you got to make the call. Like, there is no better feeling than knowing that, like, it all came together. It's like a successful launch into outer space. Like, bro, I can't believe that rocket launch went off without a hitch. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
Is that we on the moon now? That's how it feels too, man. Incredible stuff from Atif. That is actually such a sick story to hear. I love players that are about that, right? They're not shying away from what they want. They're not shying away from trying to be the best. Like, they're like, no, I'm not here to have fun like that. Of course, we all can have fun, but my priority is to win. I'm trying to get a job done. And if you say that's your trophy, you say you're bringing home the W, it's not like, when I'm around. I don't like that.
You're in perfect opposition in what I'm here to do, and now you just made me mad. Like, that's
exactly.
Like, oh.
I'm like, oh yes, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear right there.
It's like what's his name? Timothy Chalamet. What he said when he got his, he's like, bro, I'm trying to make history. Like, you have to approach everything like you trying to make history. That's how I feel.
I agree.
If you go do it, you got to do it like the universe is watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make it count. Man, my man's switching to Fang Wei right now.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, Atif even switched to Fang. Try to stem the bleeding of this Arslan Nina, bro. Oh my lord.
And look how much more active he started to play. This is a direct counter to the way Arslan was playing. Arslan playing like this up close, down forward one, like how are you going to move? He was like, now I'm going to make you have to watch your toes. I got a good poke of my own. I got a good mid of my own. And now you're not going to be able to do this crazy move. Excuse me.
That's it. Honestly, I like that switch up a lot. And again, sometimes it takes like just, oh my goodness.
See?
That was a nice
now this
reward.
little sidestep game, this little, oh, I'm going to poke you with this slower down forward one. It's not going to work anymore. Back one's going to clip you, get big damage off of it. And now you still got heat. So now Arslan has to be a little more active in the neutral because now he has access to a lot more tricky, kind of gimmicky lows. He's got this snake dash as well and calls him out with the low parry. To the wall we go.
On the heat activate.
Big damage. Talk to him.
Oh my, bro, the way Atif moves too is so concise. It feels like no wasted movement. Oh my. Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was surgical the way he took him apart in that round.
Dude, this set was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that shot is crazy.
Man, I love this, man. It's getting to see all the people in the back, all the shots from the Evo stage. And again, bro, whole new format for the Evo Arena this year, y'all. Remember, the Sunday Arena is also ticketed, so keep that in mind as well. So again, it's not just going to be all like everybody that's gone to Evo rushing in and out of the venue constantly. We're going to have specific tickets for the arena, so that should make that whole process a lot smoother as well. And again, everything ends, regular registration ends June 9th, I should say. And then, of course, August 1st through the 3rd is going to be Evo Vegas proper. So you can see the link at the bottom of your screen right now. Start GG for the registration and all that.
Yo, shout outs to the boy Ren. Shout outs to everybody tuning in. And pass it along, man, if you're enjoying this, man. Look, you now have the information. You know June 9th is the deadline. You know what you need to do. Make sure you tell people that might be interested. And as well as tell people, man, what you're watching right now, man. This Road to Evo, the world premiere. We did watch the doc. It is available on PlayStation's YouTube right now. And it is probably one of the cooler and better ways to look at the story of some of these smaller players that you might not be familiar with from around the world making their Evo run. But now we're on the Tekken 8 Grand Finals. We went through the Guilty Gear Strive Grand Finals as well. And this is another one to write home about, man. It's another great storytelling piece to set up what we're about to see, not only for the rest of the tournament year, but for Evo Vegas, which is coming up.
Yeah, man. Evo Vegas, like we said, in August. Remember, Evo Nice in France in October afterwards as well.
Oof.
The south of France, one of the most beautiful places in the world. And that venue is going to be looking sick, bro. They just teased it a little bit, but I have a feeling that it's going to look incredible out there in France when we get to that point. Oh, that was clean, bro. It's
Wow.
Ash.
Gets under it. Gets under it. No heat, though. But I'm still getting this wall, though. No break. You got to take it. And he look, get up, die.
That's why I let him
Oh,
recover
this
right
set
there.
was crazy. Bro, my man Rip is talking right now.
Yeah, he's going in, bro. Try to get as much information out as possible. Oh, my.
A little down forward, too. He burst. What a block. He ain't even finished the throw. My man Rip had already finished the...
He was able to see it. He was in sync, bro.
Will he get the 5? Will we get another set? Oh wow.
Oh my goodness, bro, Arslan.
And look at how small the Tekken has become. Oh, combo starter.
You still have the stage hazard down here, so you really gotta pay attention.
Slam down.
Let me get the wall. Oh wow, he tried to realign.
It's gonna be close. Heat burst here from Arslan. Nice block from Atif. Oh my goodness.
4-2.
Oh Jesus. Oh my God.
He's gotta be careful. Oh my God.
Oh, he's trying to sidestep, bro.
Heat smash, let me out.
He's so close, Steve. No point. His body's dead now.
Oh my
He
God.
got ducked to hide. Arslan looking to win another title.
Oh my God. What? I forgot, bro, to save his life. He got the counter out. Oh my, he blocked the wall. Oh,
Bruh.
Oh man, the bets right there. The bets to do the load, the bet to block it. Oh my.
Look at Stephanie back there getting the shots.
Always. She is a sniper, bro.
Yo, that set was sick. That low parry, bro.
Yeah,
when I
that
tell
parry
you
was
the way that I
ridiculous.
jumped doing that low parry, I actually lost it.
Good ass Tekken indeed, baby.
Oh my God. And always.
Honestly, him the signature prayer pose. Beautiful stuff once again. 5th Evo title, bro.
5 times.
Wow.
5 times.
5 times. Evo Tekken champion. My goodness, Arslan. Yeah,
And
that
of
was incredible
course,
stuff, man.
The convention center, the cleanup. Man, shout outs to all the TOs, man.
Yeah.
If you watch these events at home, whether you attend it in person, shout outs to the TOs, man. And you can get your tickets now, man. June 9th is when registration ends.
There you go, baby. For August 1st through the 3rd, Evo Vegas. And yeah, you can see this is not at all possible without the TOs, the production crew, the volunteers, everybody that comes out and makes these tournaments happen, whether you're running brackets, whether you're setting up stream setups, whether you're streaming, whether you're playing, whether you're commentating. All of it is indeed a community for a reason. That's why we got it in the title of FGC. So yeah, man, it's been a beautiful thing to be a part of this community and just in general seeing how much everybody has embraced it. And the fact that Evo only continues to grow. It's wild to see Evo get bigger and bigger every year. And we hope it doesn't stop for as long as we're here.
Hey, yo, facts, man. I mean, look, I had to take a page out of James Chan book. Like, even when I'm not here, I wanted to go up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yeah.
I just wanted to keep going higher because, once again, man, this is something just I love to do no matter what, bro. I would have been talking about fighting games whether people were around to listen or not. I would have been playing fighting games whether other people are around to play with me or not. I'm going to like fighting games whether most people like fighting games or not. You might not like that version. Chances are I might like that version. It's just the way it go, baby. You ain't gonna like them all, but I promise you this, I'm gonna like them because I just like fighting games, bro. That's why I'm here. Man, Evo is gonna be sick this year. And once again, it's one of these situations where you guys are getting the early update. We're making sure that you guys know about the check-in. June 9th is the deadline, man. And we already talked about some of the things gonna be there. The top 8's return. You also get the return of Maximilian coming and streaming for you guys as well. We get the cosplay contest, Artist Alley, the largest arcade, and it's free play. And I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong about this, but the Arcade Stick Museum brought to you by Markman, and that dude loves himself some arcade sticks and shoes. It's just so many cool things to look forward to for Evo, and it's probably what I like to call the fighting game family reunion, bro. Every time Evo happens, we might not get to hang out as much as we want to because we're making sure the show is going good for you guys at home and the people there, but it is a reunion for us because a lot of times that's our time where we all get to be in one place at one time, you know?
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, and we did get confirmation from Mother Base. The Stick Museum is back. We're going to have a second year of the Art Museum as well, as you mentioned. World's largest arcade. First City of the Wolves Evo champion will be crowned at Evo Vegas. Marvel versus Capcom 2 is back. Can we give that the props it deserves, baby? We're going to see some legends go toe-to-toe. We're going to hear legends on the mic getting to break down the game. Marvel versus Capcom 2. To let y'all know, I'm an 09er, like I said. I got into Street Fighter 4. When I started looking at other fighting games, I was very sad I was not part of the Marvel 2 Prime era. I said if there was another Marvel game... I did. I was like, yo, if there was another Marvel game, I'm sorry, Street Fighter 4, I'm not going to be playing you like that. And that's what happened, right? Marvel 3 was my baby. That's what made me fall in love with everything. So I am so excited to see Marvel 2 and see everybody's, I know that's a lot of people's first love when it comes to fighting games. Really get the spotlight it always deserves. And it always is shown bright on it. So you know that's going to be an amazing tournament.
Yeah, man. It's absolutely going to be amazing. And we've already, actually, you saw him recreate the reused Cyclops Dap talking about Marvel. That's absolutely sick, man. It's gonna be so cool, man. And there's been so many champions crowned, so many legendary moments have come from Evo, and just being there to see it in person. Look, whether you're playing or not, it's absolutely amazing, man. And it's just really cool to be a part of the community that continues to grow and like shine like this, right? And continue to play to get the W and just showing love to the community and just making it grow as well, man. Like, that's why I say, man, shout outs to the TOs, man. man. Shout outs to the cosplayers, all the artists out there, man. Everybody that contributes to Evo and make it happen. Thank you guys so much, man. I feel honored to be a small piece in the cog that is Evo. You know what I'm saying? If you can call it that, because it is not an easy thing to make something like this happen. And even more so, it's really cool. It's really cool, even with all that difficulty, to see the community grow and all the new people pull up and play and try to get W's and just meet people, you know?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, and even today also wouldn't have happened without this being the world premiere for the Road to Evo presented by PlayStation Tournaments, right? We saw multiple players today, including that player you saw up there right there, Raif, get to the top 6, get their Evo chance via qualifying through the PlayStation Tournaments, right? Tatuma, who was in grand finals of Guilty Gear Strive, qualified and got to Evo via the PlayStation Tournaments. There's been Melty Blood winners in past Evos that got there because of winning the Evo PlayStation qualifiers. Daru has won a Road to Evo, and he just won Evo Japan, right? So there's going to be Road to Evo events for, again, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Guilty Gear Strive, Tekken 8, and Mortal Kombat 1. And again, next year, you might be the ones that Tasty Steve is talking about, giving the dope narration to over the video. You know what I'm saying? So again, those signups are all available in-game right now on your PlayStation 5. Check them out. Get to Evo, and I promise you, if you get to Evo once, you ain't ever missing it again.
I promise you that. I couldn't say it better myself. Just looking at getting a reminder of what we experienced last year, and then coming off the heels of Evo Japan. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yo, look at the Fireflies out there too.
Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah. The lights from the crowd in these arenas too is always so sick, giving their full energy. They're also leaving all their blood, sweat, and tears out there. Man, it's so fun. I'm glad to see Punk taking home the Street Fighter 6 Evo Championship. Like we said, not many people we believe deserve or have earned an Evo Championship without getting one. Punk was one of the last few, and he took it home. And again, we're going to crown a whole new plethora of champions August 1st through the 3rd in Las Vegas, Nevada for another Evo Championship. It is going to be an amazing time, Tasty Steve.
Yeah, man. And remember, June 9th is the deadline. Get in there. Get your tickets now. Register for Evo at evo.gg. Of course, get your tickets. Even if you want to be in the crowd, experience it with your own eyes, yourself, with friends, as a newcomer, as an artist, as a cosplayer. You can do that all at Evo. You've seen the floor space. You've seen the time. You've seen the events. And you know the games. Come, pull up, show some love. Support the community. And remember, June 9th is that deadline. I'm going to be there. The boy Ringe is going to be there. Oh, yeah. And I promise you it's going to be a good time. But with that being said, I appreciate everybody that did pull up. It was an honor to actually commentate the Road to Evo documentary. Hopefully, I continue to do so. I would love to make that a thing, and I would love for you guys to be one of the stories I tell. Make sure you sign up for PlayStation tournaments. You could do it from your very own home, your very own PlayStation, right on the dashboard. You can sign up, and I could potentially be telling your story and talking about it just the same. But Ringe, man, it's always an honor to sit here and talk to you about these games. Also, one of the best to do it right now, bro. Shout outs to the bro Ringe, man. I got to share the couch with him for the first time in a long time at Evo Japan, as well as just the fact that, yo, man, my man's a gamer out here too. We play games together, we commentate together, and it's a bunch of cool stuff you can do. Mortal Kombat 1, Tekken 8, you have City of the Wolves, the brand new City of the Wolves, and of course, wait, what was the last game? I forgot the last game.
Mortal Kombat 1, baby.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah,
there you go.
Strive, Mortal Kombat, Tekken 8, Fatal Fury. We're in the building right here. And like Tasty Steve said, bro, we feel very fortunate getting to do this for y'all because me and him have done this for a decade plus without anybody paying us for it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like,
they don't know that. They don't know we
we
was in the lab hitting these for free. Think about that, bro. There was no life to do this. We just did it straight based off the strength that we love games. And I'm just appreciate everybody even more so that continues to support either one of us, because I'm a fan and a friend of my boy Ringe right here. And he already know that. I'm always going to be a supporter, but I'm also a supporter of fighting games, bro. I just love fighting games so much. So as long as fighting games are around, I'm going to be around, and hopefully it continues to grow like Ringe said, man.
Yes, indeed, Brian. You already know, man. I consider you a brother, one of my greatest of all time when it comes to commentary as well. Beyond the friendship, friend and a fan as well. And thanks everybody for tuning in with us today. Make sure y'all keep tuning in for the Road to Evo tournaments. Obviously, Evo itself in Vegas going down August 1st through the 3rd. We'll see y'all there. We'll see y'all a lot sooner than that because there's some tournaments coming up around the corner that I'm sure we're going to be at. So until then, y'all, be good to each other, be good to yourselves, and we'll see you very soon.
And happy birthday, Ridge. Peace.